Welcome back, everyone. Come on in, come on in. I got a special guest with me today. Jessica, please introduce yourself. Let us know what you represent and why are we here?
Hello, everyone. My name is Jessica with JSM Academy, and I came here today with Maggie because I'm with the um, Business Academy, which was launched due to the fact that we had a lot of trucks coming from the trucking industry from over 17 years, as far as different types of trucks with different trailers, including car hauling, which a lot of you probably know about that because car hauling is a little big world that you see all the time on the road. But I had a lot of truckers that will always come and ask me to file their compliance and authority, either renew their UCR, and all of that are different types of FMCSA filings. So I would do that all the time for them. So what I did was just say, let me launch, since I'm out of the trucking world and I have not a lot knowledge in that industry. I thought to launch JSM Business Academy to be able to provide to truckers as well as other entrepreneurs the basics on entrepreneurship, as well as with the truckers, far as telling them how to do it yourself. And the reason being is to reduce as much overhead costs as possible, because I know in trucking, it's a lot of overhead. And if they can just reduce that cost, that will help them tremendously. So I wanted to help them by coming up with a business digital product that could show them where to go, how to file your different filings that are required every year for FMCSA, and where to go, and all of that information. I just bundled it together into a digital product. So that's how JSM Business Academy has been launched to teach truckers how to do it yourself, authority and compliance, and also with other business entrepreneurship master classes, and also trying to teach other people who want to get into the trucking industry without the hassle of trucks, how to make streams of income by either being a trucker service provider. And soon next month, I will be doing a webinar showing them everything about a trucker service provider. Excuse me if I'm talking fast, y'all. I am so nervous, so please excuse me.
Don't be nervous at all. I'm learning a lot. It's a lot of alphabets here. Trucker service provider. So
Yeah.
yes, well, I am so excited that Jessica is here. She has sponsored 2 days. So that's why you see JSM Business Academy as the stream sponsor. And what made you want to reach out to me? Why am I here? Because I'm not a trucker.
Yes, why Maggie is here because she always do great meal ideas all the time. Maggie is always thinking of a great meal idea for husbands and making sure your family is taken care of on the healthy side. She wanted sugar-free, gluten-free, and dairy-free. And I was like, truckers stop to the truck stops all of the time, and they eat unhealthy all of the time due to that. A lot of them are over the road and they just have to get what they can get while they're out. And I thought it was a good idea that she can create some ideas for truckers to take on the road so they could be able to enjoy a good wholesome meal out on the road as well, for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, without having to eat unhealthy every day and spend tons of money out there. So yes. And I thank Maggie so much for this opportunity to be able to sponsor these 2 days with her. So yes.
Absolutely. I am so happy to be here. Welcome, everyone. And for anyone who doesn't know me, welcome. Hi, I am Maggie, your substitute teacher. I'd love to welcome you to my struggle cooking class. Even though Jessica has high praise for me, I am not a professional chef and I am not a professional YouTuber. I am just a mom and a home cooker on a health and wellness journey, and I have a love of food and I love sharing it with you all. So yes, as you all can see, Jessica's here with her business, JSM Business Academy, and she asked to sponsor a couple streams, which just means she has provided the ingredients that you all are going to see today. So if anybody is interested in sponsoring either a stream or a couple of days or a week, just let me know. Inbox me, Maggie the Substitute Teacher at gmail.com, or Maggie the Substitute Teacher on all social, and let me know what ideas that you all have, because it actually challenges me to think outside of the box and come up with some recipes that fit multiple lifestyles. So shout out to the truckers, shout out to anybody who's on the road, anybody who has a truck, if you're an Uber driver, if you drive for Amazon, any of those types of jobs, we want to make sure that you have a lovingly prepared home cooked meal. So we are doing 2 days. Today is day 2. Yesterday, we did the meals that do not require cooking. So I'm giving you a breakfast, lunch, and dinner idea. Yesterday, it was for anyone who doesn't have access to a microwave. They can't heat up anything. But today, if you like it hot, we got a hot cooked meal, or a warm, or you know what I mean. We got a warm meal for you today. So I'm going to take attendance, and Jessica's going to stay on with us today. I'm going to show you all my calendar and answer any questions that you all have. If you have cooking questions, you can ask me. If you have trucking questions, please ask Jessica or each other, because yeah, I got a little mini SUV over there. All right, yes, absolutely. So let's see who we have over here on TikTok coming in. We've got Poetic. Hello, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for waving. I'm just getting used to everything, you all. On TikTok, it pops up and then the name goes away. So thank you all so much for being here. Who do we have watching on IG? We have Toali, we have Brandon, we have Rector, we have Lashantia, we have Ibrat, we have Grizzly, we have Esteban, Lobo, Fashionly, Grizzly, Zozix, I am. Oh my gosh, we got a lot of people. We have St. John and Shewu. Thank you all so much for being here. And who do we have watching on Facebook and YouTube? Thank you all for the thumbs up here. And I did tag JSM Business Academy in all social, so you all can find Jessica and reach out. I'm going to start at the top. Who do we have? We've got Lenora. My first time seeing you here. Hello, my dear. Lenora has become a YouTube member. If you want to support me, and I appreciate that so much, I do have memberships starting at the $5 level. You get some early access and behind the scenes. You get access to my course. You get access to my cookbook. All of that is included. So you can take a look at that on YouTube. Click on the join button. We had Joe Ethereal in the house. Joe says salutations. Hello, sir. Thank you. Joe is coming through. And if you didn't know, well, what a week we have had, y'all. I cannot believe it, but my YouTube channel has doubled. So we have a lot of new people here. We will do a celebration. I'll probably do it this weekend, so stay tuned. I have a little bit of a relationship clip that has gone viral, and a lot of people are watching. I am so grateful that you all are here. But yes, I was in the carpool line today, picking up my kid from military school, refreshing my screen, and I got a screenshot of it at 9999 and then rolling over to 10K. So I don't take it for granted, y'all. My channel is just over a year old. I didn't think anybody would care about this food stuff, but we have created a community here, and I am so grateful for all of you. My day ones, shout out to my day ones who have been here before all of this, and all of the new people. Everyone is welcome here. Thank you. Ron Alexander says, happy Friday, Maggie. Hello, sir. Thank you so much. JSM Business Academy is in the house and on the screen. Out here trucking says, came in just in time. You absolutely did. Today is your day, sir. Shout out to all the truckers, making sure that we have all the groceries for the greedy gongs. Y'all know I'm team greedy. We have Veggie in the house saying greetings. We have Mallory Braswell says, hello, everyone. Congratulations, Maggie, on 10K. Yes. Stay tuned. If you like what I'm doing, please subscribe. Please subscribe. So many of you have. Turn on your notifications. Trending also very close to 10K on IG. And I don't ask for much, but I would like to do one celebration where we do a 10K on YouTube and a 10K on IG. And in full transparency, when you get to 10K on IG, that turns on the badges. I don't ask for anything, but I want it on in case anyone wants to use it. So if you're not following me on IG, please consider following me. I'm at 9,700 and something. So I would love to be able to do a celebration this weekend. So please give me a follow on IG, even if you're watching me on Facebook or YouTube. LA Sports Live says, wow, 10K, you're blowing up. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Rodney says 10,000 subs to infinity and beyond. Tell me you're a boy mom without telling me you're a boy mom. We have Elaine in the house saying, hi, Maggie, coming in from the UK. Hello, my dear. Vonnie Young says, hello, Maggie. Veggie loves the red. You all will see more of this tonight. I have 3 YouTube channels. Everything is starting to bleed over, but Maggie the Substitute Teacher is my cooking channel, and I stream here every day, something food related. Usually I'm cooking. My second channel, Teachable Moments with Maggie. I have been on an etiquette and elegance journey, and yes, I'm making a course for you all, a beginner course for any ladies or little ladies who are interested in refinement. That's what we do there twice a month, Teachable Moments with Maggie. And then my relationship channel is the Wives Club, and we will be streaming tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. So if you're interested in more of that topic, you can find us there. Yes, Rodney says the lady in red. Yeah, I just got a blouse on, a little Old Navy, and a little skirt, and I do have some red sneakers. So feeling comfortable and cute today. Thank you, Veggie. Yes, everybody is giving Jessica support. She's doing great. She's looking great. And no reason to be nervous. We're all family here. So I want to make sure that as I grow, you all grow. So if you have a YouTube channel or you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, you're always welcome to shout yourself out here. Joe says you're doing awesome, Jessica. Rodney says you're doing wonderful. Ron says you're fine. You sound like TLA in his early streams. Veggie with the hand claps. Yes, Jessica saying thank you. Out Here Trucking says food on the truck stops are horrible. I gained so much weight my first year on the road. Is it on the road or over the road, Jessica? Let us know.
Over the road. Well, some
Oh,
people say on the road, but it's over the road truck. Yeah, over the road. Yes,
all
OT.
right. He says because of the lack of options at truck stops. I'm going to get my apron on, but Jessica, why don't you tell those of us who are not informed about the food options at truck stops and what Out Here Trucking is talking about?
Yes, sure. The food at the truck stops, like Out Here Trucking stated, is I've heard is very horrible. Greasy foods like chicken, just like food that looked like it been left over a day or two. Um, some stuff depending on what time you get there is cold, so they are left with very little choice to pick from. The options are very low, far as good food. But mostly I was lay on the greasy side. I heard a lot of them was very greasy food. Yes, Out Here Trucking. What food you ran into at these
Mm-hmm.
the pile
Absolutely.
of all the loves?
Yes, absolutely. So yes, that's great to hear. Well, great to know that we're going to have options because like he's saying that it's not the freshest food, it's not the healthiest food, and we want to take care of our brothers that are working hard over the road trucking, whether you come home every day or whether you have to stay in the truck. We got Kia G in the house. Kia says, Jessica, you're doing amazing. Rodney says, keep on trucking, y'all. How about that? Shelby says, Maggie, you are taking my breath away in that red. So lovely. Wait. Oh my goodness. Y'all, it's Old Navy. It's just a little $10 top, but thank you. Tell me you're African without telling me you're African. I'm always wearing primary colors. Y'all like that? Yes, Jessica's saying thank you. Veggie is saying greetings and keep succeeding. Wilbert says, hello all. Miss Jessica got through that top-notch setup today. Absolutely. We have practiced. We get better. Sometimes we struggle stream, but we always come back and we keep getting better. And that's how we grow. And you all have helped me grow, so I want to help you. We got Mallory saying hello. Jessica saying thank you. Joe says enjoying while on home time at the dojo. Is that a trucker term, home time, Jessica?
Which term is it?
I put it on the screen. Joe says enjoying
Oh,
while on HT. Is that a
yeah,
trucker term?
yeah. Yes, he's home taking a break. before heading
Can
back
you
out.
Okay, wonderful. Can you educate those of us who don't know kind of the what this home time means as far as like maybe if there's a typical trucker schedule and when they're home and when they're not home?
Yes, well, it really depends on where the load is coming from and where they have to go to the next destination. If they're owner operator, they can pretty much determine their own route on where they want to go, how many days they want to schedule themselves to be out on the road. But if you're working for a company, they probably have maybe 2 or 3 days home, depending. Some don't even get that, but about 2 to 3 days home,
Oh,
depending on where you're
yeah.
going.
So ladies, we got to take care of our hardworking men. They are out working in all climates and all conditions, making sure that we have what we need. So we need to make sure they have what they need. All right. Wilbert is saying hello. Mallory saying hello. Tiffany coming through with the love. Thank you for the hearts, my dear. Yes, you all. Thank you for hitting that like button. It helps the channel to grow, and you've been hitting it a lot for me. So thank you. Mallory saying congratulations. Thank you, sweetheart. Veggie says congratulations. Oh my goodness. Here come the stream. No, well, we already have a stream sponsors, but thank you. Ron Alexander says just a couple of pennies before your actual 10K celebration stream. So I'm planning on tomorrow night, Saturday at 8 p.m. If we can get 10,000 on IG. If someone wants to update me on my IG followers during the stream, that would be great. But if everybody could give me a follow on IG, we'll do a celebration tomorrow night. He says, keep on trucking, Maggie. Shout out to Jessica, JSM. Thanks for sponsoring our lovely substitute teacher. Aw, thank you, kind sir. I appreciate that. Yes, JSM says, congratulations on 10K. Linda says, congratulations. Thank you, my dear. Elaine is saying hello to JSM. Everyone's saying hello. What is Out Here Trucking saying? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So incredibly generous with the $49.99, says Maggie. Congratulations on reaching 10K subs so quickly. Oh my gosh, you're a phenomenal content creator. And like I always say, you're the most benevolent soul in these YouTube streets. Don't make me cry. Y'all know I'm a softie. I told you, I'm like memory foam. The most benevolent soul in these YouTube streets. Keep up the great work, sister. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that and I received that. Yes, my channel did double in a week. Last week, we just celebrated 5,000 and I was so excited, y'all. It took a year plus to get there, but I am in the algorithm now. Apparently, I'm trending. So help me. Let me help you. If you want to tag me, if you want to react to me, if you want to do whatever, please feel free. You all have helped me grow, so I always want to help you grow. So go ahead and do whatever you need to. Hashtag Team Greedy. That's right. We are here for the snacks. We are always here to eat. I'm going to make 3 meals for you all today. Mallory, hi from Elaine. Tom says truck stops are an easy path to become a diabetic. I always try to pack as much as possible in my cooler to stay healthy. Absolutely. So, do you want to talk about some of these foods that are not so diabetic friendly, and I'll wheel my cooler in?
Yes, sure. Am I on mute? Can you all hear me? Yes, the food that is not so diabetic. Well, honestly, all of them are, will, like he said, will pretty much make you a diabetic. So I don't think there's no food that's at the truck stop that's not diabetic friendly. Um, so that's why it's best to just bring your own food. But if you're not eating it every day, you should be okay. But eating that type of food every day, all day, 2 or 3 times a day, it can pretty much be on the diabetic side. But
Absolutely.
yeah.
And we want to make sure that our truckers and everybody working so hard is happy, healthy, and whole. You all mentioned fresh fruit yesterday. We did go through yesterday, so I won't do the whole thing again, but I wheeled out this igloo cooler packed to the brim with snacks And, this is near and dear to my heart. I've been on a journey. I used to be pre-diabetic. I used to have elevated cholesterol, and I used to have borderline blood pressure. But I've been able to correct all of that with no medication because I've changed the way that I eat, drink, and snack. And so that's what I share with you all here on my channel. But it's really easy because there's so much sugar and added sugar in food. So I like to go over that with you all. And as we use the ingredients today, I'll always give you substitutes if you need to make swaps in your diet. That's why I'm your substitute teacher. And, especially when you're sedentary and it's just the nature of the work that our truckers do. If you are sitting for a long time, your body has to work a little bit harder to flush all of that stuff out. So let's make sure we give them a head start. I've got some oranges and we talked about this yesterday, but hand fruit, apples, oranges, bananas, anything that our truckers can just kind of grab and eat on the go with natural sugar is always going to be a better option. All right. Let's see who else we have here. Thank you, Tom. Out here trucking says facts. Truck stop food is the devil. Oh dear. Veggie says fun fact. Mona was my first moderator. Yes, you all, you know her and you love her. And several of you all helped me manage this. Who else do we have here? Marie, she says hard work, dedication, and belief in your passion pays off. Congratulations, Maggie. You deserve all the blessings in front of you. Thank you, sweetheart, for the love and the flowers. JSM Business Academy says, I like how Maggie has never been camera shy. I think there's another word for it. I think it's called a little bit of a ham. I don't know. Where do I get that from? In all honesty, I think a little bit of it is just my natural personality. Y'all know how I am. But in graduate school, I had weekly assignments for myself, and then we had group assignments. So I just got used to presenting to a group all the time for 2 years. So I think it's just practice that kind of gets you, used to speaking in front of people. I also have to work on it in my etiquette, lowering my volume, slowing down so that I can be more elegant when I want to be. Y'all know we cut up here, but also working from home and the Zoom meetings and just watching some recordings back. That's your little unsolicited tip. Record yourself. That was one of the assignments in my elegant and etiquette classes, is to record yourself and see how you come across. And yes, sometimes you want to cringe, but that way you can get better. I watch my streams back over and I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that, y'all. But thank you for the compliment. Marie saying hello. Everybody saying hello. Are we? Oh my gosh. Y'all, I want to get through this roll call. Everybody coming in, but I want to give y'all your flowers and then we're going to get to cooking. JSM says, thank you. Hashtag over the roll. Joe says, I hope the food is deplorable. Joe says that the food is sitting under the heating lamps for the last 34 hours. Not 24 hours, but 34 hours. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We got Jurgen coming in from Germany. Hello. Out here trucking says nothing wrong with a little struggle stream. You're not streaming unless you're struggle streaming, right? We got Padilla coming through. Marie says, at night, the in-house restaurants are closed. The options left are dried chicken wings, prepackaged breakfast sandwiches, and the candy aisle. No, we can do better. Ladies, we can do better for ourselves and for our men. Let's not let them have to pick through what's left. We can make sure that they have meals that are nourishing and healthy and tasty and convenient. So that's what we're going to do today. Hello, Delisha says good evening. Sandra says, hey, Mona the moderator, coming through with the trumpet sounds and the love and the hand claps. Thank you for the 10K. Congrats. We will celebrate. So tomorrow, if we can get 10,000 on IG, we will do a double celebration tomorrow night. No cooking. I'm thinking I'll pull up like the very first stream that I did. We'll laugh at that. The very first time that I came up on Lead Attorney stream, we'll take a look at that. I want to play Wilbert's blooper reel for you all. So we'll just have, a laugh and a celebration and look down memory lane. So help me get to 10K on IG. Thank you all for liking the live stream. Mona says hello. Mona, the moderator, is in the house. Delisha saying hello. Joe says take a day. Oh, as a trucker, he gets a day off earned for every week out. Oh no. So you got to work a whole week to get one day off. Ladies, you hear that? I don't want that. Oh my gosh. Thank you all so much. And let's thank our truckers. Marie says the 35. I don't know if that's trucker speak, but I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. Delisha is celebrating. Jurgen says I'm already at 10.2. Y'all. Oh my gosh. Okay. Thank you. Mallory says on IG, I have 9,749 followers. So IG, I need your help, and everybody watching. If you have an Instagram account, please go over there and give me a follow so we can have a double celebration because they're neck and neck. Red Bunny Classic says, Maggie, hello. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the update. Everybody's saying hello. Thank you, Tasha, for the congratulations. Hello. Shelby says, extremely proud of you, Maggie. Thank you, sweetie. JSM says, Maggie is awesome. Oh my gosh, y'all are making me blush. Oh, Marie says the 34-hour reset is everything. Is that the amount of time that you have home? Like a day and 8 hours? Is that what that is? Maybe you can explain. Thank you, Elaine, on the 10K. Joe says, I put the algorithm engine into overdrive. Yes, y'all, this is what happens. Welcome to our high value hero. Oh my goodness, almost there, y'all. Thank you, Elaine. Marie says there are fresh sandwiches and cut fruit in the refrigerated cases, but she put fresh in the air quotes, which means may not be that fresh, right? Everybody saying hello. Hello, Mr. BX87. Saying hello to me, Jessica, moderators, scholars, observers, and congrats on the 10K. Oh, thank you all so much. I think we are at the bottom. Wilbert says we have to find the very first stream you appeared on TLA so we can show everyone how it all started. If anybody wants to find it, I found TLA during the Tasha K. Cardi B lawsuit. So if anybody wants to research and find the clip when I first came on and you saw me and you were like, what in the world? That's when I first came up, if anybody wants to look back. Dat Boy Will says, I just subbed. Honestly, I thought I was already. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the $9.99. Y'all can check out Dat Boy Will. He's part of the Lead Attorney Mastermind. He has some, how do we say, very sensational pop culture topics. Advisory. But yes, thank you. Oh, wow, y'all work 70-hour work weeks? Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Oh, I'm so blessed. Tamara, she says, congratulations, Maggie. This is awesome. Thank you, sweetheart. Met Tamara in the mix. Now Tasha K is going to come after me. I hope not. I just make the snacks, y'all. Sandra says, I'm following you on Instagram now, trying to get my numbers up. All right, we made it. Thank you. All right, everyone. Thank you all for being here. If you would like to be counted present and shout out your channel, please announce yourself. If you just want to watch from the clouds and you know who you are most welcome. We are always the happy, wholesome, family-friendly side of YouTube. All right, so let's get our counters clean. And we're gonna get cooking. We got 3 meals to make. We're gonna make a breakfast, lunch, and a dinner. So I'm gonna make some options that you ladies can make for your hardworking truckers. Or if you are a trucker, you could possibly make for yourself. But I love to serve, so I'm gonna make sure that you all have what you need. Ask your questions to Jessica. If you are in the trucking business, excuse me, or thinking about going into the trucking business, that's what she does. Help you all take off some of that administrative burden. All right, Jessica, I'm gonna wash my hands. Anything else that you wanna share? Anything that we missed?
No, you covered about all. You covered about all of it. Yeah.
Right.
That
Let
you
me wash my
get
hands.
healthy meals and good meals ready for these truckers.
All right, everybody, who do we have here? My mom. Everybody say hello, Nana. She always comes through. Y'all know my mom. There's some clips of us up. You're going to see more. Mom taught me everything I know. Everybody say hello, Nana. She says, I'm fixing Nana's phone. So wait, Alex, who is that? Is that one of the boys? Alex is fixing Nana. I dropped the boys off at grandma so that I could focus because y'all already know how the gongs are. Let me wash my hands. All right. Yes, absolutely. Yes. Thank you for sponsoring. And again, if anybody would like to sponsor, we did this last week with Real Bravado Network, and he had some ideas for the brothers that work second shift or third shift where you all don't have as many dining options. And so Jessica wanted to come up with meals that our truckers, anybody on the road could enjoy. So that's what we're doing today. So if you'd like to sponsor, just let me know. Ah, so Jessica, we got a question from Ron. So it says, what happens to a trucker when their truck gets involved in an accident or when the haul gets destroyed during transport? All right,
Oh,
Jessica, what happens?
that's a good one. Well, it depends if they're owner operator or if they're working for a company. If they're owner operator, of course, that's their truck. So if they get into an accident, they have to follow the protocol into reporting it. And first of all, to make sure all parties involved is okay, seek medical attention, of course, and then do the right protocol as far as what you have to do as far as your trucking, filing it, your claim. As far as the load is getting destroyed, um, you call, if you got that load from a broker, you will call that broker and let that broker know what just happened so they can get that reroute. Well, it's destroyed, but they'll let you know the steps in what to do, because the load is no longer available because it's destroyed. But you have to do the right paperwork with the broker because you was carrying their load. If you're uh, working for a company and you become, Lord forbid, you be in an accident, you will contact your dispatcher. And once you contact your dispatcher, they will give you the protocols again. But one of the protocols is still as if you was owner operator, meaning make sure everyone that's involved is okay, seek medical attention, and they will report in the chain of command far as, you just was in an accident. And then far, yes, I'm sorry.
No, 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 you're fine. You're fine. I'm going to let you continue to answer questions
Yeah.
as they come in so you all can ask your trucking questions. What I'm going to show you all while I'm getting ready here, I actually dropped this link. I put it in the description, but Jessica was so kind to send this to me. We looked at this yesterday, but this is from Freight Tech. 40 easy meal ideas for truck drivers. All right. So she sent me this list and I found 3 of the meals. We did 3 yesterday that were non-cook, and we're going to do 3 more today that are cooked. So we are going to start with this one, the breakfast egg burrito, but I'm going to let Jessica continue to answer questions, but I just want you all to know where these recipes came from. And I'm going to get a beverage. I'm drinking my Clear American, my 0 sugar, 0 calorie, caffeine, sodium. Shout out to the Walmart water. You know who you are. And here is your elegance tip. If you're interested, I used to drink out of the can like a dude. I don't do that anymore. Drink out of a glass. It's more elegant. Take the time, just pour it into a glass and drink that way. Simple sips and silent sips. All right. So I'm going to get my breakfast burrito ingredients out and then we're going to start cooking. But I noticed something here. Jessica Marie says, I stay moving as long as I'm rested and within my legal hours. Can you explain what are legal hours?
Yes, sure. The legal hours is something they call ELD, which you have to document electronic log device. Usually back in the day, they had a paper log books, but now they have electronic log device. But a lot of truckers know how that go. A lot of truckers do not notate it because they want to make their destination or they want to get home. So they'll try to swindle the electronic log device. But like Marie said, you have a certain window to far as hours to get off the road. And they did that, they came up with that because a lot of truckers was getting into accidents because they were being sleepy, not having enough rest. And some truckers would try to truck it the whole way without taking a break. So they made it mandatory to made you shut your truck down after so many hours. But again, a lot of truckers know how to get around that. If they really want to get to where they're going, they'll try to beat the device system. Right, Marie? Marie, you know about that?
Oh dear, we want our truckers to be safe. Thank you for explaining. All right, I'm
Thank
going to take a recipe break and just show you all what I have. And then I'm going to let you continue to ask your questions, ask your trucking questions. If you, your son, your brother, your uncle, anybody you know may be interested in trucking, JSM Business Academy is here to answer your questions. All right, so let's go over the ingredients real quick and I'll be cooking it up for you all. So this one is a breakfast egg burrito. So I grabbed this recipe for our breakfast option because I'm thinking about for our truckers or anybody who's on the road, something that you can eat with one hand if you need to drive or do other things. Also something that is warm. Ladies, if you got the type of trucker that leaves in the morning and then comes back, you can have his breakfast ready. So when he's on the way out the door, hand him his burrito wrapped up so he's got a warm meal in his tummy. All right. So the ingredients, we need scrambled eggs. I'm going to actually scramble eggs and I'll show you all how I scramble. I'm going to be using whole eggs, but if you don't have whole eggs, you can also use the pourable eggs. So I do have those in the carton. In a pinch, they work, but whenever I can, I try to use fresh ingredients. But just so you know, because I always try to keep in mind, we got people that are on the go. You can buy the carton eggs. These you can get at any grocery store. That way you can pour them and scramble. Look at the burrito right here. All right, so that's an option for you. Now, also the ingredients, you need a flour tortilla. So I bought a few different options just so you all can see. So we have different sizes here. So these are flour tortillas, and you all know for me, we're doing breakfast burrito to start. We're going to do 3 meals. For me, I'm usually on my gluten-free, low carb kind of thing. However, let me see if I can get you all. Let's see if we do this. All right. So usually what I do is my gluten-free, but I'm going to use a regular tortilla because we want to make sure we feed our truckers well. So you all can see the different sizes here. So this one right here, just want to show you all. The smaller one that's about the size of my hand, this one is good for tacos and fajitas. If you just are going to fold it like one time and eat it like a taco, the small one is okay, or the smaller one. I like to get the one that says burritos because that way I'm able to kind of do the triple fold. Because when you look at the tortilla, the breakfast wrap that we're going to make, we're going to need to lay it flat, put the ingredients on the inside, and then kind of fold it up so the ingredients don't pop out. So for something like this, I'm going with the burrito size. And just an option so you all can see, I've never used these before, but they have this one, a soft tortilla bowl. So you could fill it up with whatever ingredients that you wanted, and then you don't have to worry about anything kind of falling out. So just giving you all some options for your tortillas. Hello, everyone coming in. So for the breakfast, we're going to use the big one, and we are going to use whole eggs. But I'd love to give you all of these options. All right, so breakfast sausage is the third ingredient. So I've got some Jimmy Dean, welcome to the South. So this is regular, I put in breakfast sausage, so this is what I got. I am gonna cook this in the skillet just like ground beef. So this is the roll sausage. You can also get the link sausage, the patty sausage, and then if you like turkey sausage, Butterball has the pre-cooked sausage crumbles. I'm a boy mom. There may have been some forced camping events in my history. So I did not sleep in the woods. I would go home and come back the next morning to cook for the kids. And they used the crumbled, pre-cooked Butterball turkey sausage, which was great. You could kind of toss it in an omelet or whatever without having to cook. But I'm going to make everything from scratch. So I'm showing you all, I'm using this regular sausage. You can get the spicy kind or whatever you like. All right. The next ingredient, it says shredded cheddar cheese. Usually I'm dairy free, but I'm giving y'all the good stuff. So I got this Kraft creamy melt triple cheddar cheese. Hello, Vermont white cheddar. Shout out Wisconsin. Sharp cheddar and mild cheddar. So for your cheese lovers, I got this. And I love this Kraft that has the touch of Philadelphia. When I'm making quesadillas or anything for the kids, it's got that nice like cheese pull. Don't even get me started. But any cheddar cheese you could use, or if you are dairy free, y'all know that we do our goat's cheese and sheep's cheese and other stuff like that. And then the last thing you see here, it says spring onion. So spring onions are scallions or green onions. So I'm going to chop a little bit of this and we'll put it all in our breakfast burrito. Hello, Simon, everyone coming in. All right, so I'm just showing you all the ingredients. And then when I'm cooking, I think about the order of operation, right? So tortilla is already done. We're pretty much going to just assemble in here. If you want it nice and warm and ooey gooey, we'll microwave the tortillas for just like a couple 20 seconds maybe, and get that nice and steamy. Or you can keep this room temperature because your ingredients are going to be nice and warm. So I'm going to start by going ahead and cooking the sausage. And while the sausage is cooking, I'm going to chop up the scallions. And then as soon as the sausage is done, I'll get another skillet and we'll do our eggs. And then we will assemble. Does that sound good for a good trucker breakfast, Jessica?
Sounds good. That sounds really good compared to the truck stop food.
Yes, we'll make something for our truckers. All right, so let's see what questions that we have. Okay. So Ron has another question, Jessica. How come some trucks have metal spikes attached to their wheels? I'm assuming it's a defense thing for road bandits. Oh my God.
Yes. I had asked Joe to help me out with that question because I wasn't certain about that. So Joe actually helped me answer that one in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Joe,
so thanks, Joe. I appreciate it so much.
Y'all, we don't know. And I think I pinned the link to the chat. Yes.
I did.
Go ahead.
All right. So Joe and Marie and On the Road Trucking, come join me.
Yes, I did drop the link. I got some feedback. Y'all want me to drop the link?
It'll help me with the shyness, please.
Y'all don't have to cam up. If you just want to speak, you don't have to turn your cameras on. If you've got some perspective on this trucking lifestyle, I'm learning. Y'all know I don't know.
Marie, come on.
So if anybody wants to hit the link, we'll bring you up and you can speak to any of these questions. So Marie says spikes are a decoration and a mild intimidation. Oh dear. Oh. Why would we want to intimidate? All right. Oh yeah. Y'all like these breakfast burritos? All right, so yes, keep the, Joe says something about logbook violations. What can you say? Oh, you said something about going from paper. I remember you said y'all used to keep track of everything manually. Now, is it an app or a phone or how do you?
Yeah, it's an app. It's an app, and different truckers will get different app that, with through third parties that actually offer the ELD app, and they pay like a monthly subscription with that third party to actually have it electronic. But you have some truckers still do the log, but if you get stopped or whatever like that, they don't want to take the paper logs no more because those could be just anything written in like they used to do. So they prefer you to do the electronic log. But yes, you
gotcha. Are. Absolutely. Oh. Yeah, those spikes. Hey, if y'all want spikes, look, yeah. I told you I was going to have a bedazzled truck. So Joe says that the paper log is called a comic book. Is there any other trucker slang that you can share with us?
As far as the truck and the logbook?
I'd never heard of that term. Have you heard of it called the comic book?
Comic books, I never heard of that as well. So thank you, Joe. You've learned me something new. And I thought I heard it all, but couldn't get me to come on down to check.
All right, so I'm not putting any oil down because this is just pork, y'all. It's just regular sausage. It'll have enough fat. If you're doing something really lean like turkey, you can put a little bit of oil down. So I'm going to move this around until we get rid of all the pink and wash my hands really well.
Marie on the road trucking and out here trucking, and Joe and truckers in the chat. What other trucking slang you all heard? Let's see. we all could teach each other something. Like I may have not heard a term.
Marie says she's not coming on. Marie is sponsoring a stream on Monday, so that's fine. I'll keep talking. Y'all be comfortable in the chat. Mona, you see what I mean? I dropped the link. Ain't nobody coming up.
Come on, Marie.
I told Jessica, I said, I'll help you. Come on up. It's a good practice. You're in a safe environment. Thank you, Rodney, for the $4.99. No questions, no comment. Just the pure love of the snacks. Marie says this is a thank you. Marie says this is a family-friendly channel.
Okay.
I can't repeat any of the trucker slang. Well, thank you for letting me know, because y'all know I don't know. No problem at all. So yes, let me let you all know. So depending on how we do on IG, we will have our celebration stream tomorrow night. I would like to do it Saturday night. No cooking, just come. We'll take a look back at this past year, at my best moments, at my worst moments, and just have a good time and enjoy this 10K. And then on Monday, Marie is sponsoring a trucker-friendly meal. Marie is one of our truckers, lady in the chat. And she wants me to make her salmon cakes. So she has a recipe that she says works really well for her. So if you like salmon, if you're a seafood lover, make sure to tune in. We got another stream sponsor. And she said, I'm not coming upstairs. So y'all just got to put up with me. All right, Tom says, I was going to say, what kind of slang do you want? I guess we could talk about the alligators on the side of the road. I have no idea what that is. What's an alligator, Jessica?
Hello. You can, am I frozen on? I think my chat is behind. You can hear? Okay, great. I haven't heard of the alligator term. Only alligator was when the truckers ride through Florida. You talking about, Rodney? No, Tom, you want to hit the link? Thanks, Tom.
Thank you, Rodney. He says, what's up, Maggie? Just step in to show some love. I will take it. Thank you for the love. Thank you all for being here. Joe says, I had to run paper logs when my ELD suffered a firmware malfunction.
Wow.
A nightmare. So yeah, if you use technology, do they still keep the paper logs as a backup, Jessica?
Yes, a lot of truckers do keep the paper log as a backup. However, like Joe said, it could be a nightmare once you don't got used to using the electronic device. But you have some truckers just love that because they don't want to, again, like I said earlier, they try to beat around the hours, so they love it. But yes, you have it for a backup when your system develops a function and you cannot use it because you have to log your hours. So that would be the next.
I love it. Marie's got some slang for it. She says that cops are called Smokey the Bear. Y'all call it? I love that.
Tom said they are torn up tires.
Okay, Joe says something about shiny side up, greasy side down. I got nothing. You know what that means? I don't know what that one means, y'all.
I think my chat is behind.
That's okay. I'm pulling it up on the screen. I don't know if you can see. Ron Alexander says lot lizard. I want to see Maggie.
Okay.
I think I know what a lot lizard is.
Maggie's reaction.
Are those, how do we say delicately, ladies of the night?
Lot lizard.
I think I know what that one is. All right, y'all. We've got our ground pork pretty much.
Maggie said this is a family wholesome channel.
Exactly.
Wrong.
They're always trying to push me over the edge. That is totally fine. So Joe says something about a yardstick, a mile marker. Is that for your distance measurements?
To measure your distance. The yardstick, mile marker, how many miles you travel. Well, not travel, but.
All right, I'm learning this. Delisha says, ooh, salmon cakes. You're going to make those with me, Maggie? Absolutely. I will post, Marie, if it's okay with you for me to share. I will post your recipe for Monday's stream. And if y'all want to get the ingredients, then you can cook along. All right, we haven't done a cook along in a while. So we've got our turkeys, not sorry, this was pork sausage. So we've got this cooked, and I just make sure there's no more pink left. So I'm just gonna turn it off and put the top on here. I'm gonna get the cutting board out. We're gonna cut up our green onions. Hello, everyone coming in. And then scramble some eggs, and then we're ready to assemble. Tom says alligators are torn up tires. Oh, when they blow out a tire. Did you know that one, Jessica? That makes sense.
I didn't know about the alligator, that they call them alligators.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm not telling because you're too nice.
Thank you. Thank you, Tom. I appreciate that. Y'all know Maggie. Y'all know I don't know this stuff. And some of it I don't want to know. All right. So ladies, I'll just say this. Yet another reason to make sure your hardworking man has a home cooked meal that he can have in the privacy of his truck or cab or whatever it's called. What's the proper name for it? The cab? Because I saw some of them even have like microwaves. All right. All right.
Cooking
So
with,
do I? I'm behind in the chat.
answering cooking with Sarah question.
Okay.
Do you be a trucker before you work dispatch? No. It will help as far as terminology, but as you see, I don't know all the terminology. You'll never know all the terminology. But no, you do not have to be a trucker before you work dispatch. Long as you could be trained on the terminology of trucking, as far as what they use in dispatch and how to dispatch out loads, and how to communicate with your trucker throughout the day or night. So no, the answer, no, you do not have to be. Matter of fact, that is one class, master class I'm working on. Independent dispatching service, trying to, if someone wants to be a dispatcher, giving them A to Z, 1, 2, 3 on how to go about starting their own independent dispatching service.
That is awesome. Thank you so much for the question. And Marie says I can share her salmon recipe, and y'all can customize it with peppers and onions if you want. Quiet Storm says, what in the world is going on here? We are doing a trucker series, Quiet Storm, and we are making a breakfast burrito. So I have cooked our sausage. I was supposed to be dicing this onion at the same time, but I'm going to go ahead and cut off the tips in the end. We're going to put this inside our breakfast burrito. Make sure we have a warm home cooked meal for our truckers on the road. TS has a question. Can you do dispatch from home?
Yes, TS, you can. And matter of fact, that's what I'm teaching in the master class, is for them to set their own office, get their own truckers to dispatch to, and how to dispatch to them, and where to go to get loads and everything. But yet the answer to that is yes. You dispatch from home.
Tell us about your master class, Jessica. Is that available to anyone, or do you have to?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it's available to anyone. I'm working on them. The only ebook that I currently have out is just do it yourself truckers, how to do their own authority and compliance on where to go to file each type of required filings that you go, and it'll show them where to go at, how to file. But as far as the master classes, it's coming soon. June, like I said, I have a webinar next month as far as trucker service provider. In June, I'm gonna drop the master class as far as the independent dispatching service. And after that, I'm gonna do a freight broker dispatching class. And yeah, so but you can work from home. That's all of them do work from home.
TS has a question. What are the hours? And then I'm going to go back because I think I missed some questions at the top.
It depends, TS. It can go. It depends on if you're working to be a dispatcher for a company, like a freight broker company or another company. It depends, because they can probably put you on third shift, second shift, or first shift, because truckers run 24/7. But if you're your own independent dispatcher, you really determine what carriers you're going to dispatch. Let's say, for instance, you just want to you don't want to do third shift. Well, I'm gonna pick truckers that don't run third, that just run, you know, in the mornings and maybe off at 6 p.m. because they do local. Then you'll just target those carriers to dispatch. Those will be your customers, just the ones that do local that can be finished by 6 p.m. But if you go and your customers are over the road truckers, then majority of the time that you be doing through the night dispatching. So if you work for a company, you could work through the night. If you're working for yourself, you can just choose which carriers you're going to dispatch to.
All right, so we got some more questions, just updating you all on the recipe. So we've got our breakfast sausage already cooked, and I'm gonna move this behind me. It's gonna stay warm in the skillet. I cut up some green onion per the recipe. So we've got these spring onions. I'm gonna put that behind me. And next we're gonna scramble the eggs and get ready to assemble. Quiet Storm has a question. What is the starting salary for dispatchers in your area?
Well, in my area, I live in the Atlanta area. It ranges because a lot of dispatchers around here is independent dispatchers, so they dispatch for themselves, which means they charge for commission and like a percentage of that load from that carrier, so they can really determine what their pay is, and if that carrier is going to pay it for them to dispatch from it, then that'll be their salary. But if you're working for a company, it's not a whole lot. I would say some will get maybe like 17. You may have some 18 an hour. You may have some pay more than that, but the normal range is not that high for working for a company. So I usually always recommend people, if you can, to do an independent dispatching service. But if you need to get some, you know, background or to learn more about it, then yeah, start with a company and get some knowledge under your belt first if you would like to do that. But the starting salary will be around 17, 18.
Hello, everyone. No, I'm not a lawyer. All right, we've got some more slang coming through. I definitely, when it comes to that, I'm just going to scroll back a little bit, Jessica, just so I make sure I didn't miss anything. Do you know what this one is? Joe says shiny side up, greasy side down. Does that one ring a bell at all?
Way behind. Let me see. No, that does not ring a bell for me, Joe. Elaborate on that for me, please.
Okay, we talked about the yardstick. We talked about the alligators. We talked about the lizards. Joe says between the ditches. Does that mean don't run off the road? Sounds like that's what it means to me, but you know, what do I know?
In between the ditches?
Yes.
Let me see where you at on
Doesn't
that.
sound familiar?
No, not to me. Y'all giving me some slang today I never heard of.
So we talked about the alligators, the tire treads. Ooh, Shelby says, I've heard there's a lot of women at the truck stops. I'm surprised there's not a lot of food in the trucks. Well, I guess if the women were serving meals like I am, it would be different, but they aren't. So I'm here for you now. Ron Alexander is laughing. Okay, so we talked about that. Ron influenced by Sinji. So Marie is talking about steering wheel holders are non-skilled drivers that just have the license. So I'm gonna make some scrambled eggs, but I would love for you to talk about, Jessica, the type of experience and schooling that goes into being a reliable truck driver. But before that, just so you all know, my scrambled eggs recipe so you can watch. So I'm gonna put a little bit of butter in the skillet, and I think I'm just gonna do like I could do 2 eggs. Yeah, I'll do 2 eggs. I'll get a bigger skillet. So if you want really fluffy eggs, you can add some liquid to them. So you could do almond milk. If you could do regular milk if you want them fluffy. If you want them creamy, you could add like some cream cheese. You could add oil or water. So I'm gonna look for some milk, 1 tablespoon for every egg. So it would be like 1 egg and 1 tablespoon, or 2 eggs and 2 tablespoons. We're going to put some butter in the pan and let it sizzle down. Once the butter has melted, I'm going to beat the eggs and pour them down and let them set for about 30 seconds. And then the technique is literally just kind of pushing it like a bulldozer. So I do a soft scramble, and then we'll be ready to to assemble our burrito. All right, so what kind of experience and skill is needed to be a good truck driver, Jessica?
Well, to be a truck driver, of course, you have to get your CDL. A lot of truckers go to they have a CDL training school that a lot of truckers attend to get their CDL. But a lot of truckers from the trucking background, a lot of them learned on their own, and then they went to try for the CDL and got the CDL. But now I see a lot of truckers or people wanting to be truck drivers, going to CDL training. So a lot of them go to the CDL training school, but the requirements, of course, get a CDL, and to get on with a big company, sometimes they require you to have so many years experience. So, that's why you see a lot of people going to, on operating field. But so if you go, the requirements to go on with another company, a bigger company would be, I'm not sure how many years, but you have to have some years experience driving. Of course, a clean driving record and passing your drug test, and you're a truck driver.
I love it. I love it. Now, here's another one. Hug the mayonnaise and the tire scrubber. Watch the zipper and the mustard. I have no idea what that means. Does anybody know what that slang means?
Joe
Okay.
said his daughter's a dispatcher. Okay, Joe, does she like it?
Awesome. Awesome. All right. So let me crack these eggs in here. There's something called a sleeper berth. Is that the type of truck that you can sleep in?
Okay. They usually a day the day cab is without the bed, so the sleeper.
Mm-hmm. I love it. We have another question from Ron, so you can answer. How was the trucking industry operating during the hard times of the long flu, meaning between 2020? Oh, yeah. So tell us about the trucking industry during C-19.
Well, a lot of it still was moving. For the truckers I've been around, because during that time we had a freight brokerage during that time, and trucks were still moving because stores still needed supplies. And I was like, in the car hauling world, cars needed to be shipped. So far as what I saw and the environment I was around, the trucking industry didn't slow down during that time. Because not with the truckers that I knew, the truckers were still running. It didn't slow them down. Of course, they had to be more careful because of that what was out there, but they still was trucking. It was slower far as getting loads on and off.
Mm-hmm.
Far as them moving load freight, no, freight was still there. Freight was still coming in. Yeah.
Okay, Tom says, Quiet Storm says his dad made over $250K during the pandemic. Ladies, don't sleep on our blue collar brothers. I'm telling you, you see me cooking it up for them. Everybody's working. You can have a very comfortable life if you want to get on his program. I'm just saying. Tom says, for me, nothing really changed in 2020. There was plenty of work with everyone ordering online. Okay, that's
Yeah.
Shout out to Maggie. I'm always shopping. Let's see what else. We got some more slang. 40K, 40 pounds in the back of the box. I don't know what that one means. I'm going to beat these eggs. I didn't find any milk. I should have ordered some, but.
Yes, drivers were considered essential during the pandemic because everybody needed their supplies.
Yes, absolutely. Talking about the thermos, the thermos jug. Yes, especially if you're sending them with those hot meals. All right, so let's pour this in here. Joe, I'm telling you, he's coming in with the slang, something about a dry box. I don't know what any of this stuff is.
Well, Joe, let me scroll back up.
Do you see it on the screen when I pull it up? If you look at StreamYard?
Yes, dry box, van trailer. Okay, he's talking about the trailer, dry box, like a dry van. That's the type of trailer on the back. See, the trailers, every semi have different types of trailers. You have a reefer unit, which stores refrigerated goods. You have the dry box van, which stores, just dry goods and stuff that you can they put a lot of different supplies on the back of those. So that's what he's talking about, Joe.
Okay, gotcha. Let me turn this off. I don't know if y'all like a soft scramble. I used to get in there really hard, but we're going to do a soft scramble, and we're ready to assemble. Yes, Maria is telling us that you all were essential.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So we have a nice fluffy scramble, and I would probably salt and pepper these, but we're just doing the recipe. And since we have some sausage going in there, I think we're good. All right, so
Yes, Marie.
let us assemble. What other questions? Yes, the trucking industry keeps the country moving. Made a lot of money in C19.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Shout out to Instacart and Shipt. Hello, thank you, Gina Bina. Absolutely. All right, so we've got our scrambled egg.
Yep.
We've got
Trailer.
our breakfast sausage. Let's make our working man a burrito. So let me see if I can recreate this presentation with the, let's see.
Yes, Joe. The truckers made a lot of money during C19.
Absolutely. As they should, out
Yeah.
here running around so we could get what we wanted.
Yeah. Because everything had to, continue to move regardless of what. They move, just like the medical industry, they had to still be there. So yeah.
All right, so we have all of our ingredients, and basically all we're doing now. So cook and stir until eggs are thickened. We did that. Cook the sausage. Put the egg mixture into the center of each tortilla. So let's get at least 2 tortillas for our working man. What a mess. Sorry, y'all. All right, so let's start with 1. So we'll just put it down regular temperature, and we'll do half of the eggs directly into the tortilla.
Yep, livestock. Joe own it. Joe.
Oh, I'm telling you. Let me move that over to the middle a little bit. All right, put the egg mixture into the center. Sprinkle with the cheese, sausage, and green onion. All right, so let's go in with some cheese. That'll melt nicely on our burrito. Since our cheese is gonna melt on that warm egg, let's get in there with some breakfast sausage. Let me get a spoon. What else are y'all talking about? Oh, live, love, plan, and pray. We're having a good time. So Joe is telling us a bobtail is a tractor without a trailer. I'm telling you, he's giving us all of the slang. All right, so we have our tortilla, we have our egg, and we have our cheese. Yes, thank you so much. Let's go ahead and let's make it kind of meaty for our hardworking man.
That looks good.
Yes, and then I'm going to try and fold it up. And I should have put the parchment paper underneath, but I'm going to do one more. And uh-huh.
Yes.
All right. So we've got, and you could add whatever you like. Then for your burrito, all you want to do is try to gather it a little bit in the center. Then what you're going to do, if y'all can see, you're going to kind of go scoop it together is what I do, and kind of fold over in like one little roll. And then if it's softened, you can fold up from the side. I didn't really do a great job. We'll do one more, and I'm going to wrap it in some paper. I want to do a nice one. All right, but let me wrap this up. They got it in parchment paper kind of tied up so it doesn't come apart.
Marie said all pigs 2 months. Yeah.
Yeah, what does Marie say? You can read it out.
She hauled pigs for a few months. Good money. I told her, yes, livestock is good money.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. All right. We got to get one more. This is okay, but the presentation is not the best. Oh, can y'all see that? All right. I want it to be better. I want it to be better. I'll put a toothpick in one. We'll keep going until we get it. All right. All right. Let's get a plate for our trucker. All right. So I am going to warm a couple of tortillas so he can, we've got one ready to grab and go, but I want to do a better job. All right. What other questions are coming in? Livestock brings in a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Marie says you haul pigs. Oh my goodness.
And inflow,
Slaughter.
she's seen a clip of yours today.
Oh, wonderful. Look at this one, a cattle wagon. I have seen those trucks when you drive by and they've got like livestock.
Yeah.
Like, what in the world? But hey, whatever we got to do. Whatever we got to do. Any of that trucker slang making sense to you?
Yes, cattle wagon, bull rag. Yeah, that's for the livestock. That's what they haul the livestock in.
Joe said a chicken.
Joe on it. That's why I told him. I said, click the link, Joe.
It's okay.
And Marie.
Oh, y'all, I've seen the chicken trucks and those ones, they have an accident and it's everywhere. Yeah. I'm going to put a tortilla in this little warmer and put this in the microwave so it gets nice and steamy. See if I can roll it up better for you. Just like 10 seconds, if that. So what are some of the misconceptions, Jessica? What do people think about truckers that they're way off? It's totally wrong.
Well, misconceptions about you. Well, this is a wholesome family.
Okay. Well, then, yes. On that note,
they would say,
what are some of the
things that not true about truckers on the road, but it's,
What are some of the hidden benefits, if you will? Christopher Williams coming through with the $49.99. Thank you so much for supporting. No comment, no question, just the pure love of the snacks. Oh my goodness. Let me see if I can roll up this burrito better since it's warm. Thank you, Christopher. Thank you. You know how much that means to me. But yes, Jessica, go ahead. Let us know if there's any, hidden benefits that people may want to know considering going into the trucking industry.
Joe just mentioned hazmat and tweak, and yes, hazmat and tweak. If you have your tweak card, that usually bring you more money as well because you need tweak. Need to have your tweak card to have access to get into different things like the ports or different areas like that. And hazmat, because you're transporting hazmat material, they usually pay more as well. So
okay. I think I got this one better. I kind of folded it into a little bit of a triangle so we can get a better picture. Let me put a toothpick in that. Excellent. Let me get it together. I don't have twine. And then we will move on to lunch. But we have 2 burritos. I'll try and get a nice plating. Of course, if you like hot sauce, if your man likes hot sauce, give him some hot sauce. But I'm trying to make like a nice little one-handed meal that he can get on his way out the door and enjoy a nice little breakfast. So let me plate that.
Exactly, Marie. Marie say folks think truckers are just truckers and that's the be. Some people have degrees and just change careers. Exactly. That is so true. That is very true, Marie.
Yeah, because it sounds like it's a great, I know somebody whose dad, was a trucker, had a great home life and everything. This was just the role that he chose for his family. All right, so take that down so you all can see we have our breakfast burritos here. So let me take a quick picture and a video, and then we will take a taste. Let me clean this out of the way. So you can make a quick breakfast. Aunt Kate, thank you so much. Or Anton, I'm sorry for mispronouncing. He says, I just introduced my wife to your channel, Maggie. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. We are growing. You are all most welcome here. Thank you. All right, so we made our breakfast burrito. So we have this for our truckers. All right, so we have this ready to go. Let me get a picture and then we will move on to lunch. One is prettier than the other, but I was trying to recreate. They've got that nice twine and everything. I didn't do all that.
They
More
would love.
slang for Joe. They would love that. Y'all would love
Yeah.
that. Absolutely. I'll take a taste for you. Excuse me. What does Joe say? He's got more slang for us. He says, dryage containers go from ships to trains to
Mm-hmm.
trucks. Can you, am I saying that right? Can you tell us about that? Drayage or dryage?
Drayage containers. That's how they're processed from going from transported from the ship to the train to the truck and back around again.
Awesome.
So Joe own it. Joe know everything in this trucking world.
Joe says he has a background in automotive repair,
Repair.
part fleet maintenance. He's 20 years in, but he's been a CDL since 2007. I love that. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Joe.
Absolutely. Yeah. So let's not assume just because someone's driving a truck that they are unskilled labor. That would be a huge mistake, ladies. They are definitely able to provide and give you quite the life if you get on their program. All right, so let's take a quick video. All right, so we have our trucker breakfast here. This is a breakfast tortilla, flour tortilla, scrambled egg, breakfast sausage, cheddar cheese, and some green onion. Enjoy. All right, so let's take a little bite of our breakfast burrito. I'll get the one that's not the most presentable. I want some hot sauce already. Let's give it a try. Mmm. Mmm, 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 mmm. Good, y'all. Mmm.
So Ron has a Marie. Mm. Maggie is good.
It's good. You can read them out loud. What does Tom say? On I-90, the New England area, we have a lot of highway doubles. Trucks that pull 2 trailers as opposed to pups. So what's a pup? Is that a 1 and 1? Mm. Excellent. All right. Anything else you want to speak to, or I'm going to move on to lunch? All right. So we got our trucker out the door with a great breakfast.
Yeah.
He's on his way. You've made his coffee. You've given him 2 nice burritos. He's warm and ready for the road. The next meal that we are going to make is a lunch option from Jessica's list. So let me show you all what I chose here. So Ron has a question to Marie and other female truck drivers. In general, how do you think male truck drivers feel about female truck drivers in the industry? There seems to be more and more female drivers. I've seen I've seen more women. What do you say about that, Jessica?
Yeah, that's a good question. Like you're saying, I have seen a lot of female drivers lately. So, but I would think that they should have a problem with them. But am I wrong, Marie? Do the male truck drivers feel some type of way? I don't think they should, because we're getting the job done, you know?
Oh, no. Did I miss a super chat? Hold up. I'm sorry.
But we hear from Marie and see if, am I correct? I don't think that they should have a problem with that. I missed
a super chat. I'm so sorry. We've got the notorious Kevin Brooks. Thank you for the $20. And he says, hey, Maggie and all my fellow truckers, thank you. You all please check out the notorious Kevin Brooks, also part of the Lead Attorney Mastermind. He has the YouTube channel. He is quite the comedian. I think he's very funny, and his shorts are as well. So sorry I missed that. Absolutely. What does Marie say?
Congratulations.
I know this is not ladylike to address my accomplishments. Let me give you your etiquette tip. It is not elegant to lead with your accomplishments. However, if someone asks you a direct question, absolutely answer. So Marie says, I know this is not ladylike, but I have a double degree in psychology and counseling and 1 year of grad school, 8 years as an Army Reserve. Thank you for your service. So yes. Joe is telling us a pup trailer is usually 28 feet or shorter. Wow. Okay. That still seems pretty long to me. Absolutely. Hence the doubles and triples. All right, so let's move on to lunch and then we'll come back to the questions. Y'all keep them coming. I see some more in there. Getting choked up. All right, so for lunch, we're going to make a quesadilla. This is also from the list that Jessica sent me, and I did put it in the description there. So again, 40 easy meal ideas for truck drivers. One second, y'all. All right. So I picked out this chicken quesadilla. So we are going to, yes. So we need to shut the front door. Personal time with Kim K coming through. One moment. I'm coming to the snacks, but y'all have been such a blessing to me. This is incredible. We are not even celebrating. If anybody wants to give me the Instagram update, but I have to thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Personal time with Kim K says, congratulations on 10,000 subs, Maggie. Love your channel and the Wives Club. So yes, the Wives Club will be on tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. We're talking all about relationships over there. Thank you. Personal time with Kim K. This is incredibly generous and I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I do not take it for granted. $100 is a lot of money. You don't even have to be here, let alone open your pockets for me and my struggle streaming. I am so grateful. So yes, again, for anybody who's just coming in, tomorrow I would like to have our celebration. So it'll kind of be like a 1-year celebration and 10K celebration. But Instagram, I want to get 10,000 on Instagram too. Thank you, Mallory. I'm currently at 9,770. So I have 230 more to go so we can do a double celebration, and I'm planning for that tomorrow night. So if you guys are on IG, please consider following me so we can do a double 10K. But yes, personal time with Kim K. Kim, I have no words. I'm so grateful. All of y'all, everybody. JSM is sponsoring. Notorious Kevin Brooks is giving. Out Here Trucking is giving. Christopher Williams is giving. Y'all come through and you support me so much. And I want you to know how much I appreciate it. This is the absolute highlight of my day. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, Aaron says, wow. Hi. Thank you all. So Kevin says, I pull doubles, but he'll never pull a triple. That's a lot. All right, we're going to get back to the questions. I'm just going to show you all what we're having for lunch. So we need 2 medium flour tortillas. We've got our tortillas here. We just use them for our breakfast. So we've got tortillas. And then it says a 1/2 cup chicken strips or shredded chicken already cooked. So I did get that. So you all can see, giving you all some options. So this is Purdue. You can see it's 100% all natural grilled chicken breast strips, and you can see it's already cooked. So this we're just going to heat up in the pan. You could also do this recipe with rotisserie chicken, canned chicken like we had yesterday. So lots of options for you. But I wanted to get the good stuff since JSM is sponsoring. So we need a 1/2 bell pepper diced. So I did have a bell pepper I ordered. So while you guys are answering each other's question, I'll cut this in half and then we'll dice it. It's a pretty big one. So we're going to dice that up. What else do we need? A tablespoon of taco seasoning. And I did order taco seasoning. So we're going to put that in the mix. And then a 1/4 cup of shredded cheddar cheese. All right. So I've got all the ingredients here. We're going to be... let me start with the green pepper and then we'll warm up the chicken. All right. So what does Joe say? Whiplash is when the last trailer in a road train of a double or triple begins to sway violently from side to side. I'm terrified already. Have you ever seen that, Jessica?
What, the last trailer going in and out? Yes. Mm-hmm.
What makes that happen?
I'm not sure what makes it happen, but it's not the last car always be swerving in and out, and I don't even like to ride by those trailers. But I'm not sure exactly what makes it happen, but it happens last car all of the time.
Oh my goodness. And Marie is answering. She says female truck drivers are respected, but these new Instagram truck drivers are given a questionable name. I don't know about the Instagram truck drivers. Can you share, Jessica?
Look at the next. I don't know about the Instagram truck drivers either. That's why I was like, when I was reading her statement just now, I was like, okay, look at her next statement.
We're up to 9752. Thank you, everyone. Hello, Linda with the love notes. Oh dear, I'm gonna read it.
You see what Marie?
All right, y'all. I was waiting to show you all this, but since Marie said it, she says some of these chicks are doing OnlyFans in their rigs. Lord mercy. Some walk around in dresses and biker shorts and crop tops. Well, in case anybody is confused, welcome to Maggie's Kitchen, where you will not find me on OnlyFans. However, God, I'm not strong. Oh God. Woo. You won't find me on OnlyFans, but you can find me on OnlyFans. So we have OnlyFans Maggie merch. Find me on OnlyFans. So I'll put this on tomorrow. Ron is laughing. So yes, your Maggie merch, you can get your aprons in multiple colors. You can customize them for free, and you can find Maggie on OnlyPans. Welcome to the happy, wholesome, family-friendly side of YouTube. Hashtag OnlyPans. Exactly. All right. So let me get this bell pepper chopped up. Ron Alexander saying $1.99 for hashtag OnlyPants. Exactly. Y'all know how we do here? Marie said what a saver. I was saving it because JSM has sponsored. So we had JSM as the stream sponsor. So yes, absolutely. Joe is saying that inclement weather can cause that sway. What can you tell us about driving in inclement weather? And I'm going to chop up our pepper.
Okay. Okay, driving in inclement weather. Well, I suggest everyone, of course, be cautious. Sometimes you may have to pull over to a rest area if it's too bad, because you do not want to continue driving at that rate. Because sometimes a lot of drivers you cannot see, and a lot of drivers, you already dealing with a lot of traffic. You got drivers cutting in front of you suddenly, and so you want to be cautious. I would advise to pull over if it's too bad. If you can get through it, like just very mild, of course, you can slowly glide through it. But I would say stop to a rest break area until it clears up for the safety of you and everyone else on the road.
Yes, we want you all safe. We want you to come back home the way that you left. Absolutely.
Exactly, Marie. No load is worth your life.
Absolutely. Oh, hello, everyone coming in on IG. Sorry, I missed all of that. Thank you all. Yes, it's not worth it. Nothing is worth your safety or your life. Please, please, please take care. Take care. Oh my gosh, y'all. I missed all of that. All right, what other questions? Yes, Marie says, drive with caution in inclement weather. No load is worth your life. I couldn't agree more. Mm-hmm. Sorry, y'all. Personal time with Kim K says, I need one of those OnlyPans aprons for my future husband. Absolutely. I'm going to put them in the Maggie's store. I'll get them done tonight. We do have the regular aprons, and I have the Team Greedy aprons in the Maggie store. If anybody wants to drop the link to the Zazzle store. But if y'all like the OnlyPans, I'll get you that as well. What does Wilbert say? I'm not a trucker. However, I get anxiety from people cutting off truckers. Please stop doing that. Stop risking lives.
Yes.
Jessica, what can you tell us about how those of us who drive next to truckers can help everyone on the road?
Stay off the cell phones, for one. They can the cell phones and pay attention to the drivers beside you and in front of you and behind you, because you have these drivers that will slam on brakes, knowing that a truck, if you come in at a speed, if you're on the interstate, you cannot stop, especially if you have a load on the back. So if they can be more cautious of their surroundings, meaning stay off the phone. You need to, not to be on it anyway. But I would say be considerate of the truckers and don't cut them off like that, because you think you're being funny cutting them off, but you risking your life, because
Exactly.
you cannot stop at that speed all of a sudden. So you're risking your life. So I would say drive with caution yourself, so you can be, so it could be more safe for the trucker.
Absolutely, yes. There is nothing that is that serious that y'all gonna act like you know what out
Yeah.
here in these streets. Absolutely.
And
Absolutely. What did Tom say? I saw something in here about driving in snow. Tom says driving a loaded truck in the snow isn't that bad. Usually I can stop faster than most of the cars. Really? However, empty trailer or bobtailing is pretty rough. I don't know what bobtailing is. Can you tell me, Jessica?
no trailer attached. It's just a semi truck, just the motor part that you drive.
Okay.
The trailer on the back is not attached to it. It's detached.
So much here about this trucker slang. Notorious Kevin Brooks says never drive on ice. So if it's icy out, should the trucks just stay off the road?
Let me see his gun.
I put it on the screen. The ones I'm asking you about, I'm putting them up on the screen.
Yes, never drive. Oh, definitely Notorious. Never drive on ice. Definitely not. I wouldn't suggest no one drive on ice. A regular vehicle, more or less, a semi. Definitely not.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see if I missed anything. Oh, Ron says, I know not to cut off a trucker. They physically, excuse me, can't stop as fast because they are carrying thousands of pounds behind them. Yes, I know the truckers. Tell us about that. What is it like to drive a truck, Jessica? I never have.
Well, I never drove a truck, but from what I heard, yes, they are going too fast to actually stop that truck. They have they are fully loaded. They cannot stop, and they are cut in front of them and expect them to stop, and then you have some do it just to do it, and it's sad, how
Are you serious? We got people cutting off truckers just to be.
Oh yes. Yes, and they can't stop,
Ladies, again, you see what our brother truckers are out here, or lady truckers are out here dealing with. Please make sure the least you can do is send them out into this dangerous job with a good meal. Is that too much to ask for? I'm upset hearing that. Y'all know I am spoiled. I work from home. I do everything at home. I got all my services done at home. So when I go out, I'm like, who are all these people? Oh my goodness. Tom says, if you can't see my mirrors, I can't see you.
No.
Yes. Anything you want to say about that, Jessica, looking at a trucker's mirrors? All right, we got our bell peppers.
As far as looking at their mirrors,
being able to see them when you're driving?
Well, if you're up too close to them, they cannot see you. You can see the mirror, but they cannot see you because you're too close up upon them. And like Joe was saying in his next statement, give them 3 to 4 football fields of distance, because they automatically, suddenly stop. So yeah. So if you see their mirrors, they cannot see you.
All right, everyone. So we have all of our ingredients. We're going to put them together. All I had to do was dice up the pepper. So you can see here it says microwave the tortillas 1 minute. So I'll microwave them last. I want to make sure that I get my filling ready to go. Remember, we talked about that when you're making food in the order of it, if we want it to be nice and warm. And this could actually go well in these little tortilla bowls as well. So you could do your quesadilla that way. That might be fun. All right. So this says microwave the tortillas, mix the chicken, peppers, and taco seasoning into a bowl until evenly combined. So I've got a bowl here. I'm just going to open up this chicken. It's refrigerated. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in here. What else are y'all talking about? Joe says facts. A loaded truck stops easier than an empty truck. Now that seems a little counter. And I know a little bit about physics, but can you let us know why, Jessica, why it's easier to control a loaded truck than an empty truck?
Well, I don't know the exact, but from my opinion, my guessing is because it's loaded, it has more weight on the back end,
Mm-hmm.
to on the back end. Besides a loaded truck, everything gonna push to the front, because your front
Mm-hmm.
is more heavier then. Am I correct,
Absolutely.
Michelle? What is the correct um, answer to that?
Let's see what Aaron says. The people of trucking keep our nation and hemisphere stocked with food. Shout out to the food. We got
Yeah.
the chicken and peppers so far. Stocked with food and the living we know and expect. The least we can do is respect our hashtag truckers, our connection to everything. I could not agree with you more. That's why we're here cooking it up for the truckers.
I'm
Mallory
telling.
says, I'm driving and I have two semis behind me. I always pull over and let the semis pass. I know that truckers have a deadline to get to their destination. Can you talk about that? Is there any, I'm the etiquette girl. Is there
Yeah.
any driving etiquette when you're around truckers that we should be mindful of, that people make mistakes?
Well, driving etiquette, that is very nice to pull over and let them pass. Or if um, you coming onto the interstate, or maybe you switching lanes and you see that truck about to switch lanes, go ahead and let them switch lanes, because like she said, they have somewhere to be, as well as because of the capacity of what they're carrying, you want them to just go on. And a lot of truckers like for you to just let them go ahead on, because you may get in front of that truck, and depending on your speed, you could be stalling them, or you going slow, for an example, and they have to get going. So that could be a proper etiquette to pull over. Or, but I know you can't just pull over on the interstate, but if you on the interstate, you can switch lanes, let them go by it, and get back in the other lane. That's very nice.
I love that. Thank you, Mallory.
Hmm.
That's a great tip. I'm going to mix this up just in the bowl and then we're going to put it in the skillet, y'all. So this is our chicken, our bell pepper, and our taco, seasoning. Yes, absolutely. What else are y'all talking about?
Joe
Marie
say that.
Marie's, she says, I have to start my night, y'all. Check out the moving parts for safety. So it looks like she's going to check out her truck before she gets on the road. Check my load, brace anything that needs securing, hook and book, hook the trailer and semi and roll out. So for those of us that don't know, thank you, Pisces. What did Marie say? And what is some of the stuff that our truckers have to do before they actually get on the road?
Some of the stuff they have to do, like she said, pre-check, meaning check your truck, walk around it, make sure your tire's good. You want to make sure everything is everything. Um, Make sure under the hood is fine. You all oiled up, and all the liquids is where it need to be at under the hood. Just a pre-check inspection. Make sure everything on the outside and inside is all good to go. Make sure on the inside you have all the supplies that you need for that travel. Um, before you get en route.
I
And
love.
yes.
All right, so we've got our stuff seasoned up. These chicken strips to me are a little big. I probably would, use smaller pieces, but we're gonna follow the instructions. Now we've got it mixed up here. Mix the chicken, peppers, and taco seasoning in a bowl, and then cook for 1 to 2 minutes. Spread the cheese on the mixture, and then spread the mixture and the cheese evenly on the tortilla. Then top with the other tortilla. Cook. Ooh, we're gonna make a tortilla. Yes, 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 yes. All right. Ah, I know what we're about to do. So Joe says a truck needs a minimum of 3 to 4 football fields of distance to come to a full stop from a, oh my gosh, when you're going 55 miles per hour, our trucks need 3 to 4 football fields before they can stop properly. I did not know that. I need my other skillet, so I'm gonna have to wash it. Yeah. Wow, wow, wow. Let's see.
So that's why it's important for cars not to ride up under the truck, or if they're in front, to be so stall in the truck, because the truck, they have to keep it moving, and they'll cut. You'll find cars, you have trucks trailing each other, but you have a car to come right between them with just a little bit of room.
That is so wrong. Anybody that's doing that intentionally, shame on you. You're going to bed with no dinner. I cannot stand it. Vaughn
Yeah,
Alexander says when you cut off a truck driver, the physics always win.
True.
Alicia says outside is too peoply. I know, I know. Oh, Marie is telling everybody to be safe. Absolutely. Ooh, Joe says he got caught in an ice storm in Arkansas back in January and he had to take a mandatory 34-hour reset to stay safe. The ice was as thick as a quarter-inch thick. Can you tell us about these mandatory rests for the truckers?
Yes, that goes in line with the ELD, the electronic law device. You have to, after so many hours, you have to take a rest break before you can route back on it. To get back on the road for your next destination. So yeah, that's why they have a lot of rest breaks in between. If you see those rest breaks always, that's why a lot of truckers stop. And if there is not a rest break, some of them will pull on the side of the road, like off of interstate. You see a lot of them pull on the side. That's what they're doing, taking a rest break. If you see some pull on the shoulder of the interstate,
what if a trucker says, I'm not tired, I can make it? What happens if he doesn't take his mandatory rest?
Well, if he gets stopped and he went over, they'll shut you down. DOT will actually shut your truck down. You have to stay right there. You have to stay right there till the next day before you can move.
Till the next day?
Mm.
That's not good, especially because this is your
life. Yes. Some of them do it and get away with it. But again, it's not safe because that's why you hear a lot of truckers, you will see accidents because they fell asleep. They're thinking that they can still go.
yes.
You know how you thinking you can still go and you sleepy, but it's not safe.
It is not safe. And, for someone like me, if I think, oh, I'm not tired, I can still work on this document. I just, nod off in front of my computer.
Yeah.
But our truckers are on the road around other people. We do not want that to happen.
No.
I was talking about those blind spots.
Yes.
Absolutely. Tom says a loaded truck has more weight on the tires, which is more traction on the wheels. Got it. All right, let me turn this down. We're just getting our veggies to soften up.
Okay.
With our peppers. Never get next to a TRC. Is that a trucker?
Oh. Never get next to a truck door on the cab, he says.
Got Luke Hazley in the house saying hello. Absolutely. All right, so we're just softening this, and then I'm going to wash out the other pan so we can use that. Welcome to Only Pans. Never get next to a truck door on the cab. I'm not sure if I understand that one. The suspension.
Yeah, he was talking about earlier when you saying what etiquette not to do when you're driving beside a truck on the side of the road. Yeah, so that's what he's saying. Not to get next to the door. Because some will get right beside the truck door. And that's close. That's dangerous,
That's good to know. Thank you. Thank you. So he's talking about the Jake brakes. This is getting quite technical for me. Oh,
and he also says the fifth wheel. Okay, that's like the Tom. Don't forget to check the fifth wheel. So that's the plate behind the truck.
Oh, now this is people at truck stops will pull on your fifth wheel. Is that like the spare? And if you don't notice it, your trailer will fall off. I don't know anything about that. Can you tell us about that? Something about a Jake brake?
Which one are you on?
I put it on the screen. Don't forget to check your fifth wheel before leaving. People at truck stops will pull it on you. If you don't notice, your trailer will fall off.
Yes. Yeah, and that is the plate behind the truck. It's a little plate thing behind the truck, and they call it a fifth wheel. That's where you can hook. That's where the trailer hooks at. Yes, like Tom said, that's where the trailer attaches. Yes.
So are people doing that as like a little practical joke, or why would someone do that? That doesn't seem funny to me.
It's not funny, no.
Okay, so we got another super chat coming in. Let me just watch this. Welcome to Only Pans. We're cooking 3 meals, so I need this for my tortilla. We have Miss Strong in the house with the $4.99. Thank you. She says, I just finished streaming, but wanted to wish you a huge congrats on 10K. Thank you so much. I'm planning for a celebration tomorrow, y'all. If we can get a double 10K on IG. So if someone wants to give me an IG update, I'm getting close to 10,000 on both. All right, so that's the plan. That's what I would like to do. All right, so I am going to move. We have our chicken, our taco seasoning, and our peppers softened underneath our little dome. This was a gift from one of our scholars. If you want to buy any supplies for the class, I do have a teacher's wish list, supply list there. So we're going to move this into the dry skillet, and we're going to put our tortilla here. I needed one that was big enough to fit the tortilla. If I had used the small one, what would have happened is that the tortilla, the edges would have been on the side, so I would have only gotten heating on the flat side, and then the edges would be untoasted, and we want it all nice and toasty for our trucker. All right, so you can see here it says spread the mixture and the cheese evenly on the tortilla, then top with the other tortilla. Okay, so let's get the mixture and the cheese. Let's get this nice and filled out for our hardworking brother. We'll just make the one. We'll put it all in here since we're going to put another tortilla on top. So we've got peppers. And then we're going to put our cheese in here, get it nice and melty. If you want to do double cheesy, you could have done tortilla and cheese first. But this is what we have so far. Tom says the fifth wheel is the part of the truck that the trailer attaches to. So somebody would pull that off, and then you're driving down the road and your trailer is just going off into the sunset. That's not good, man.
No, Tom said in the next statement that people do it because for revenge if you cut them by parking in a parking spot.
Oh my goodness. That is so petty. Are we gonna risk the lives of everybody because of a parking spot? So can you tell us about that truck stop? For those of us that don't go to truck stops, what is that truck stop life or truck stop etiquette? Do you all have assigned parking spots? Is there stuff that you can do, stuff you're not supposed to do? What can you tell us?
It's who get there first. Sometimes they run out of parking for rest breaks. If you're sleeping there that night, they could possibly be full by the time you come through.
Oh my goodness.
So I would say it was type of etiquette, because if it is that they're not taking it, they're just doing what they want to do.
That's horrible. Hello, Ebony. Marie says, I'm listening. I had to chime in. Yes, ma'am. She says, pulling the fifth wheel makes the entire load drop to the ground.
Wow.
Nose first. That's a lot of money to have a tow truck come to lift.
Yeah.
The lines are usually torn out. Oh my gosh.
That's terrible.
So that's why you need to check it before you get on the road. Make sure nobody has messed with your with your equipment, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Joe says, Mr. Fatigue will catch up if the DOT doesn't catch him. Yeah, we don't want anybody sleeping on the road. Tom says, it's not a joke. It's when people don't like you.
Yes, that's terrible.
Oh my gosh, this is horrible. Ladies, take care of our truckers. Look what they have to go through. Maybe you took their parking spot or you cut them off on the way in, then they take revenge. Wilbert says, I'm at 97.76. All right, y'all. If we can get Maggie to 10K on IG, we'll do a double celebration tomorrow.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Thank you. Yes, that is so mean. So mean.
Yeah. First come, first serve, Tom.
Oh my goodness. Joe, you have lost me with the slang. I'm over here. What I'm doing, y'all, I'm putting my hand on the tortilla just to see it melting. You can see the cheese is starting to melt, and then I'm going to turn it over. Hopefully have a nice browning, but we got our ingredients in there and our cheese in there. So we're just waiting on that tortilla. What does Aaron say? Oftentimes as a tour manager, I would schedule a 20-minute refresh stop at a Flying J every 3 hours. So drivers in good spirits Music touring, there's room to schedule. How do truckers eat with limited time? Yes. So tell us about that, Jessica.
How to eat with limited time. That's what when I was telling you about sometimes like if they're lucky to stop and get something to eat, that when that came in at because they have to grab and go. And a lot of truckers cannot even stop and eat. They have to whatever they like if they bring food, they have to eat while driving. But so that's what they do. They just eat on the run. They eat on the run. Yes.
Our brothers who are working hard are not even able to sit down sometimes and
No.
eat properly. So let's make sure we get them something good. I think this is ready to turn. Yes. So I'm just going to refill my Walmart water and then we are going to flip this over. I will show you all my technique. Again, not a professional, but we're going to turn this tortilla so we can get the other side. Something about dipped toothpicks. No idea. Uh-oh, what does Marie say, y'all? They're starting something. Marie says, that is no joke, pulling the fifth. If you find out who does it, it's war. Duck if you buck. Oh dear. All right, bring it back to the family-friendly side. Whitney says, hello, everyone. Stopping in real quick. All right, so let me show y'all how I turn a tortilla. I got a good nonstick pan. It's moving around easily, which means I got a nice little crust on the bottom. So I'm going to get a plate and put it on top, put my hand on the plate carefully, and turn it over in my hand. Woo! So we have a nice golden crust for our tortilla. And then I'm just going to slide it in on the other side so we can get that nice brown. I'm using a low temperature. And yes, that's going to be good. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So let's get it brown to go. What does Tom say? Truck stops don't have many rules. The first come and first serve for parking.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Wilbert says, what kind of people risk truckers having accidents just because they took your parking spot? I didn't even know this was a thing. Deplorable. I agree with you. I agree with you. Aw, thank you, Ebony. Yes. It's terrible. Not only is it terrible to do to truckers, it's actually very short-sighted if you ask me, because like all of us are out here with these truckers. We can't risk the public. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
I think that is one reason, Maggie, why I'm assuming the reason they try to do, they're talking about to in the future going to the auto trucks, because I think a lot of drivers with the ELD situation and sleepy and a lot of accidents and stuff happening.
That's a great point.
About that, what's going on with that? I was hearing little bits and pieces of news on that, because I was hearing that they did a trial error in some states, but that's scary though, to have you riding beside a truck that's going auto, you know.
It sounds scary, but my brother has one of those automatic driving vehicles, and I remember he took me to the airport the last time I flew and took his hands off the wheel. I got lost by Mag.
You was like,
I was like, you gotta tell me, you can't just do that.
No, like, don't surprise me.
So Mom said, cook with all of your senses. Doesn't it look like a pancake? But it's a tortilla. And listen. So when I'm moving the pan, I'm listening to see if I have that little like dry scraping sound so it moves easily. So I'm going to put this on a cutting board and see if we can cut our tortilla and see if we can serve our trucker a nice lunch. See if I want to see what the other side looks like first. Let's put my plate in, turn it upside down. You need a very good non-stick pan, okay? And I am using the Tasty brand. Y'all can get this. My link is in the description. This came from Walmart. All right, so we're gonna try and cut this and put this on a plate for our trucker. Nice little beautiful tortilla. Of course, you could do your salsa, your sour cream, but I am just following this recipe that Jessica so nicely sent me. So I'm going to cut this into triangles. We're going to get our serrated knife and see if we can get some good pieces and plate it. All right. We've got those big chunks of chicken, so let me see. It's hot. All right. And then we'll turn it and cut it. Marie says a lot of these accidents happen because of unskilled drivers and drivers taking risks. Yeah, there's nothing that important. It is not worth it. It is not. What are some of the, how would you say, amateur mistakes that you see, Jessica, that truckers make?
Well, what I heard of is, for one, a lot of younger truckers that starting out, the amateur drivers, they love their cell phone. And that's one mistake, because we all know we can't even do that in a regular vehicle. I know I can't.
Right.
Distracted. So I would say that's one mistake, that cell phone. Number two, I would say because of the young drivers, and all of them not young, but amateur drivers, I would say, take more risks. They don't think twice about a lot of safety of this truck, and how much they have to proceed with caution.
Uh-huh.
So they'll take a lot of risk. Yes, I would say
All right,
that.
y'all. Our tortilla is looking dynamite. This picture, they always get me with the picture. Happiness with no carbs is looking good. Yeah, this one had some tomatoes. Maybe it was a red pepper. I'm gonna actually just eat this. Greedy.
Marie.
All right, let's get a picture. What do y'all want on here? I'm gonna do the plain one because that was the recipe. But I could go for sour cream, salsa, guac. What do y'all want to put on there? And I'll take a bite of one. Hello, everybody coming in. Thank you all so much for being here. So good. Y'all can help me grow on IG. That would be great. We'll celebrate tomorrow with a double celebration stream. All right. So let's, happiness with no carbs. The robots are talking. Notorious Kevin Brooks says, Maggie, she's talking about autonomous tricks without a driver.
The trucks that goes without the driver. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're talking about the automatic trucks. Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right. So let me take a picture.
Maggie gonna have these truck drivers eating good.
Absolutely. That's what I'm here for. Look, I'm not driving nothing. I'm the one placing the orders, making y'all do all this driving around. The least I can do is feed you well.
Yeah.
Y'all would eat that. Y'all would eat that. See if I can get a good cross section.
It looks good.
Looks good?
Yeah.
All right, let me take one with the flash. My cheese is dripping down. All right. And let's take a quick
TikTok
lunch. Lunch is done, and then last one's gonna be dinner. All right, so let's take a quick video. All right, so our lunch for our trucker series. This is a chicken quesadilla made with a flour tortilla, bell peppers, cheddar cheese, and cooked chicken. Enjoy.
What? Look what Joe said. Oh my goodness, Joe, I never heard of that.
You want to read it out?
Oh, well, I don't know if I mean, it's talking about the
okay.
DRT.
Man, every time I want to take a break, I'll go left.
The
DRT, the most popular, how do I say, medicines.
Yeah,
so in liquid medicine, which gives them a mild dose, and they chew on it while driving. Oh, Lord of mercy. Kim K wants salsa and guac. I know, right? Let me see if I can find some. I don't know if I have. I'll take a regular bite. Did I finish the salsa, y'all? No, I got some green salsa.
So you had the perfect word to substitute for what he said, so that was awesome.
Oh, goodness.
I never heard of it. Oh, my God. What?
What are you reading?
What you just read out, what Joe said.
Okay. Well, then let's leave that. Goodness gracious. All right. We'll just do some hot sauce and some sour cream. My hair lady came today and I gave her the guac. I'll just take a regular bite and then put some sauce on it for you. So let's taste our trucker quesadilla. Yummy. And this is something that, ladies, you could pack for him and he could heat it up. It won't be crispy, but it'll still be tasty. Mm. 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 Y'all, a little bit of taco seasoning. Mm. So good. Oh, so, so good. Yes. Gosh, I want to put everything on there. So yummy. Ron says, question to Maggie, what are some snacks that you would recommend drivers while on the road? We're going to finish with dinner, and then I've got some snacks, and then we'll be done. So I do have some snacks. But yesterday I had this whole cooler, of course, fruit, chips. Y'all gave me some more stuff, so I've added on to that. But our quesadilla lunch is done. Very, very tasty, okay? Pack him up. Give him some salsa. Give him some guac. We talked about our meal prep containers. Let him spice it up the way that he wants. But it's excellent. Excellent. What are y'all talking about? Tom says newer drivers can forget they're in a truck. I'm not sure how you forget, but I saw a guy in training take a corner like he was in a car. I saw that recently. I saw a truck come up on a curb because he didn't take a turn wide enough. None of the light posts on that corner survived. Oh dear. So what happens when you get in an accident and it's your fault? Are you responsible for all the damage, or is there like insurance, or what happens?
Yeah. Again, it depending if you own well, you still will be at fault. But if you own an operator, of course, your insurance gonna go sky high, which it already is sky high, but it's gonna go up even higher, and because it's your fault. And but if you're working for a company, I'm not sure every company have different policies, but it depends. Some companies will have a that excuse to get rid of you, but because if it's your fault, then that's gonna go get your driving record, and that's gonna make their go up.
Oh, there's my almond milk. I was looking for that. Okay. Well, even more of a reason to be safe on the roads. All right, y'all. So we have fed our trucker breakfast. We have fed our trucker lunch. Let us make his dinner, and then I will show you all some snacks. The last meal to close out our trucker series. Hope everybody is doing well. Let me just make sure I'm plugged up here. Y'all know how I do. Okay. The last meal that I chose for our trucker series from the list that Jessica provided, and I put the link in the description, microwave spaghetti squash and meatballs. So for any of my pasta lovers, I'm going to show you how you can have a low carb, diabetic friendly way of enjoying your favorites. All right. So we are going to cook this, and instead of pasta, we're going to use spaghetti squash. So if you don't know what spaghetti squash is, this is it. It is a vegetable. We're going to cut it in half, and the inside of the spaghetti squash, when it's cooked, it shreds like pasta noodle. I know it sounds weird. Just you wait. So I'm going to wash this. So we're going to microwave this and get a head start so that we can get the rest of the ingredients. So it says slice the spaghetti squash in half and microwave for 10 to 15 minutes. Okay. You can also do this in the oven. You can roast it. I've done it in the air fryer, but we're doing these trucker meals because these are the types of meals that our truckers could make if they wanted to, or easily reheat. So I'm just going to give this a wash, and then we're going to cut it long ways. Joe says he sees people with their feet up on the dashboard with the cell phone in one hand and holding the steering wheel with two fingers on the other hand. Have you seen that, Jessica?
I have to put prop up on the dashboard, but they be all relaxed and doing all other stuff with their body movements. But with their feet on the dashboard, I haven't saw that one.
Oh my goodness. Oh, almost dropped the squash. Sorry, y'all. Joe says, unfortunately, due to the way the laws work, even if the accident isn't your fault, it still dings your CSA score. Having a bad score makes it more difficult to stay employed. Can you tell us about the CSA score?
Yes, it will take your score down. It's called the safety rating score. It will definitely still take your score down, and also your insurance still will go up because the rates will go up whether you're at fault or not. But if you're at fault, it's definitely going to go up, and they're going to give them grounds to want to terminate you if you're working for a company, because they don't want that. But your score is something with through DOT, and it could be pulled up. It's public information. The safety rating score, when you go to a carrier's profile, you can see if they had any accidents within that year. You can see if they how many roadside what you call it, roadside checks they had, and all of that. So yes, your score, you is given a score and it goes down. And a lot of companies don't want to work with you with that. And if you're an owner operator, a lot of companies don't want to actually broker to you with your score being that low. They have like their own requirements, but it definitely will deem your score low because of any accidents, whether you're at fault or not. So I agree on that.
Y'all, I'm over here using the hammer my dad's way. This squash has a very hard shell, so I put the knife on the inside, and then I'm just banging it down to keep my fingers out of the way and get it cracked open in half. So we're going to mute so y'all don't have to hear the banging. But what does Marie say? Every infraction you get in your personal vehicle goes on your professional license. Jessica, can you tell us a little bit about the different type of licenses that regular people have compared to a trucker?
Regular people just have their regular driving license. A trucker have a CDL, which is a commercial driver license. And that's different because with a commercial driver license, you can drive, of course, commercial vehicles. And some of them will get a hazmat. If you got hazmat added to it, that means that you can drive hazmat trucks. So you can get a CDL and you can just add different take tests to add different credentials to them. So if you take the hazmat test, you can add the hazmat credential to it, stuff like that. So that is different from a regular driver's license, because a regular driver's license, you cannot drive a commercial vehicle.
Absolutely. So that means it's a different test and different things that you have to do, right?
Yes, exactly.
All right, y'all, I got the squash open. Whew. I'm going to go ahead and scoop out the middle, and then it says microwave this for about 10 to 15 minutes, and while I get our other ingredients together. So you can see it's kind of like a pumpkin on the inside, just kind of a tough shell. So ladies, if you're doing this spaghetti squash for your trucker, I probably would go ahead and cut it in half. So if he wants to steam it fresh, he can, or just make it for him like I'm going to show you. What does Live, Love, Plan, and Pray say? It didn't seem like people fully appreciated the truckers during C-19. My man worked the entire time. Oh, we can't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
We got to take care of our truckers.
It was very busy during that time.
Tom says, yeah, that's rough too. If you get a speeding ticket in your car, it affects your CDL.
Oh, yes. If you get it in your car, it affects your CDL because you only have one license. You don't have a regular license and the CDL, and then you can use your regular license for driving. No, CDL works when you're in your personal car or if you're in a commercial vehicle.
Okay, so I have a question, and this may be a dumb question, but do you get a driver's license and a CDL, or if you get a CDL, is that also your driver's license?
That's also your driver's license. So
okay.
That is saying if you're in your personal car, if you get stopped, it goes on your CDL.
Okay, Ron has a question. What are some things or incidents that need to happen when you completely lose your trucking license or certificate? Uh-oh.
Wow, well, one, you cannot drive CDL until you get it back reinstated. But two, depending on why it got revoked, could be a reason why a company may not want to even hire you because they're going to pull your MVR. And
what is that? We don't know what those
your motor vehicle record.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, they're gonna pull your motor. So if you had a revoked license, most companies not gonna want you to drive for them. As far as the owner operator, yeah, you got your own truck. However, it may be a hard time leasing or either a broker giving you work because of that. It depends. If you lease it on to them, nobody's not gonna lease you on to their company with the driving record saying that your license has been revoked. But
thank you Wilbert 9782 on IG. So just a quick recipe update. I have our spaghetti squash cut in half. I've scooped out the middle just like a pumpkin, and then I'm putting it on a plate with the flesh side down. So this is going to go in the microwave for 10 minutes until we can get it nice and shredded. If you're going to do this in the oven, you do the same thing, but you can like oil it. Sometimes people will salt and pepper this side, oil it. Sometimes people will poke it with a fork, kind of like a baked potato, but we're following the recipe. We're just going to cook this for 10 minutes. Tom says the CDL replaces your driver's license. It's funny when you hand it to people for ID, he's had people tilt their head and say, what is this supposed to be? Can you tell does it look different?
No, it looks like a a driver's license. It just has the commercial driver's license at the top instead of, the regular ones that we have, at the top.
Interesting.
It looks just like a driver's license. I don't know. Maybe they not understanding the commercial part they have on it. Maybe is that it, Tom? Maybe that's what throwing them off.
Yeah, Marie is saying a dirty urine test or failed breathalyzer will sit you down. Uh-oh.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, we don't want that. Let me clean up a little bit. We're going to work on our sauce while our pasta is cooking, and then we'll be able to plate it, and I will show you all our final meal and then do the snack. So let me just clean this up and put these things in the dishwasher. What other questions do y'all have? Great conversation. I love it. So, Jessica, can you let us know about the course and the people that come to you for, I guess, trucking school? Like, what percentage of them do well and complete, or is it difficult to pass?
Well, I don't have a trucking school. They would have to go to a CDL training facility for that. What I have is just giving them knowledge on how to file their own authority and compliance.
Oh, so for the business side.
Yes, for the business side, like where to go, how to file, what type of filings they need, and just pointing them in the right directions instead of them going to help them reduce costs, going to someone to pay them to do that for them. And I know that truckers are always looking for a way to reduce costs because overhead is very high. So
yes. I can imagine. Tom says, yeah, it mostly looks the same, the CDL license and the driver's license. You guess people read the top and get confused. I can see that.
Yeah, so that I was like, how they must see the commercial part at the top. But yeah, as far as the trucking school, they'll go to a trucking driving school. But I don't do that part of it. I just do showing truckers how to get in authority compliance, how to stay in authority compliance, or someone that want to get into trucking or like dispatching or something, just showing them how to do it.
Marie says, I'm really gone this time. Time to put the game face on. Maggie and JSM, this was a great stream. You ladies did a wonderful job. Yeah, you guys, you're almost done. Thank you so much. It says 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes for our pasta. And just so you all see here, it says, we're going to shred the squash noodles, and then it says microwave the meatballs with the pasta sauce covered for 2 minutes, and then spoon them on top of the squash. So we are done with the stovetop stuff. So I'm just going to get a microwave bowl, and while this is cooking, I'll show you all the snacks. So then when we get our plate, we are done. All right. So we got lots. Let me move this out of the way. All right, so let me get a microwave bowl for our. All right, so let's clean this up. What else are y'all talking about?
But cooking
with,
okay.
What can you tell us about dispatching?
Okay, she said she wants to find out about dispatching. You want to find out about how to be a dispatcher for a company or how to own your own independent dispatching service? Which one are you? What information you want? Just a dispatcher, how to set up your own dispatching and get your own clients, or if you want to know how to just be a dispatcher for a big company.
All right. So while you guys are looking into that, and Cooking with Sir says independent. So I'm going to show you all what I'm going to do here, and then Jessica can continue answering the questions. So I just have a glass bowl with the top. It's not the perfect top, but whenever you microwave anything that's got a red sauce, pasta sauce, tomato sauce, it will splatter. So make sure you cover it. Okay. So the instructions here just say, microwave the meatballs with the pasta sauce covered for 2 minutes. All right. So I have some meatballs. These came from Publix, and you can see they're already cooked. So these are some shortcuts that you can take for your trucker. We had the chicken that was already cooked, and now we've got the meatballs. And then I have one of my favorite pasta sauces, Bertolli. Get whatever pasta sauce you like, but if you get a pasta sauce that has good flavor, excuse me, it'll give even more taste to your meal. All right. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to pour some meatballs in here. And this is something that you can make with just a microwave, as you can see. So I'll be working on this. So what can you tell Cersei about the independent dispatcher?
Okay, as far as independent dispatching is when you can have your own company and you can set it up at home, in your home office if you would like. And it's about getting carriers, which are the truckers, owner operators, loads, and basically having them get load and be fully loaded for that week. And it depends on which type of trailer they're pulling, and that's what type of load you'll be looking on for these loads, or what type of broker you would seek to get their loads from. So that's what I'm actually doing now. I'm putting together an independent dispatching service masterclass for June, but that is what independent dispatching service for would do. It's your own independent service, and you'll be dispatching trucks to and from. Depending on where they want to go, they'll tell you where they want to go, and you have to just find those loads in that area and make sure they stay loaded. And then again, you charge them. It depends on what you and that carrier work out, which is, would be best for the both of you all, where they can get paid and you as well. But you would go to load boards to actually find loads or connections, and with like brokers, with different brokers. And I advise everybody to not just get with one broker. Of course, you want to get with multiple brokers because you want to continue to have your carrier or trucker fully loaded at all times.
I love that. Thank you. And I do want you to shout out the course or the master class that you have coming, and how people can get more information and who would be a good candidate for that.
Okay.
Live, Love, Plan, Pray says anytime there's an accident, if the car has to be towed or someone is injured, per DOT, the trucker has to have a breathalyzer and a drug test right after the incident. So yes, if you want to talk to that, and then talk about how people can sign up for your masterclass and who would be a good candidate. I'm going to go get the Parmesan cheese.
Okay, thanks. Live, love, and plan and pray. Yes, that is so true. They have to take a breathalyzer because they want to make sure everything is everything. And so they do a drug test right there at the incident to make sure that they are drug free and that that wasn't no part of them having an accident. So that is so true. And Cooking with Sir, you can contact me at JSM Business Academy at gmail.com, or you can visit my website and just take a look at the website at JSM Business Academy LLC.com. And I'm also on social media, Facebook, Instagram. So every update I'll post it there. But it will be coming out in June. So in May, you could look forward to some notifications on when to sign up and when the digital product for that particular masterclass will be released.
Yes, and I did tag JSM Business Academy on all of my posts. She is on TikTok, she's on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. So wherever you all are watching this, whether you're watching live or hashtag replay, please reach out and continue to ask Jessica your questions so you can find out if trucking would be a good industry for you. And yes, Cooking with Cersei says, I will email you.
Well,
Absolutely.
thank you, sir. Thank you.
All right. So we have our squash almost done, down to the last minute. So when the squash comes out, I am going to shred and show you all what that looks like. We're gonna try and get a nice little plate like this. So I'll get a bowl, and then we're gonna microwave our sauce, okay? Trucker friendly. We've got some meatballs in here with a really good pasta sauce. We'll microwave that for a couple minutes, and then we're gonna top it with some Parmesan cheese. Have a nice little comfy meal. If you like, what is it called? Garlic toast, you can warm up some of that. Yes, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all right. So let me scroll back and see if we missed anything. Want to make sure that I got all of y'all. Sometimes I miss stuff. Joe says there's still going to be an operator conductor on board as a backup to the AI. So any of that artificial intelligence, any of those self-driving vehicles, there's always going to be a human as a backup. And that makes me feel so much better. All right, so let's see if we can swap out our squash and put our sauce in. Wilbert says, Wilbert is here. Oh my God, Wilbert is always doing the most. And can you let us know, I know you don't do CDL school, but or trucking school, can you let anybody who's interested know some of the basic criteria if they wanted to get started?
The basic criteria, they can go, I know Atlanta have some, but I'm not sure where you all are located, but you can find your nearest. You can just put in commercial truck driving school, and the closest one to you will come up. But the criteria it's not a really extensive criteria list, because of course they're teaching you, you're going to them to gain the knowledge and to get everything you need to get your certification and your license. So they're going to teach you in that class everything you need to know. So basically, of course, 18 years old, and then you can sign up at your local school, the school that's local to you, the academy that is actually have the CDL training course. But I don't think, now correct me if I'm wrong, Tom and Marie and Joe, but I don't think it's no other criteria but to be 18 years old, because
wow,
they teach you everything. So when you walk out of there, you have all the criterias and be certified to drive.
I love that. Y'all, I come from academia, but college ain't for everybody. And look, there are lots of different options. And at 18, instead of sitting around sucking up utilities, you can be out here making a living. All right. So we have our spaghetti squash. The plate is hot. You all can see a little bit how it's got nice and shiny. And I don't know if you can see how it's kind of warped a little bit on the side. So you see that moisture, and you can actually see it like steaming in front of me. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take half. And again, we did this in the microwave for 10 minutes. So I'm gonna get half, and you see how it's already kind of like, almost like a mango. I'm just gonna put it in here so you all can see. So you see how our squash is looking just like it's been steamed, because it has.
Yeah.
Wait for it. Here comes the magic. Get a fork.
Yes, it looks good.
The reason it's called spaghetti squash, all you do is you get a fork and you just rake through it, and see how you get these little shreds. So this is going to be our pasta noodle. So all you have to do is steam it, and we steamed it in the microwave. Just run your fork through this and just scrape it all up. I'm actually going to get a bowl, and we're going to put it in there. That's going to be our noodle, and we'll put our sauce in. Really easy microwave meal. All right, let's get. Want to make sure. All right, so our sauce is done. So we have a bowl here. So I'm just doing it in a towel because it's hot, but I'm just going up against the side, and I'm just really scraping all of that. And you have spaghetti as a vegetable. So again, if y'all were with me last week when we did the one with Real Bravado Network and we did the zoodles, this way you can do it without having to get zoodles, and you can have your pasta experience. So let me go ahead and take this out, put it in here. Let's get some more. So this is a great way to get, Tom says, yes, 18 years old, got to get a learner's permit before starting driving school. if you have the money to cover, it's actually pretty easy to get into. You paid $8,000 for school. Some places are around $15K now. But look, compared to what we pay for college, and you can get right to work and start making that money back, sounds like a very, very, very good option. All right. So let's get our spaghetti. So if you want, you can do the other half, but you all see, you all see what we have here. And you could season it if you wanted to. You could do garlic, salt, and pepper. And if you want a double portion, just get the other half and do the same thing. So let me just get this plated for you. Let's get our pasta sauce out of the microwave. All right, so have that done. I'm using a towel because I burned myself with Netta, so let's be careful. All right. Let's give this a stir and make sure. I might need to go in one more minute just to make sure those meatballs, well, I like to see steam coming off. Okay, there's steam coming off. All right. So, so all we have to do, last sentence, spoon the meatballs and sauce on top of the squash half, garnish with the Parmesan. All right. So let's make our trucker dinner. For presentation, I want to make sure that I'm just making a little crater there. So in the picture, y'all be able to see everything, a little food styling. All right, so we're going to put our sauce in there. Take a little. Sorry. I don't know about y'all. I still love to eat. I don't care if I'm 10,000. Clearly, they've been telling me. They've been talking about me, but that's okay. That is okay. I am happy to be here. All right, so let's go in here. Let's get some meatballs for our trucker. So we've got 3 beautiful meatballs. I think our trucker needs at least 1 more. I want it to be beautiful presentation. And let's get some extra sauce for our hardworking trucker brother. All right, and then we're gonna put some Parmesan on here. If you're a cheese snob, I know, okay? I got the Kraft in the green jar. I understand, but he's been working hard. We want to make sure he has a warm, nutritious, happy, healthy, wholesome meal so he doesn't have to fuss around the truck stops with the fried food and the bad food.
Exactly.
Let's make sure we give our trucker a nice topping of Parmesan. Thank you, Mallory. IG is 9790. Thank you all. We're going to get there. If we get our 10K on IG, we will have a double party tomorrow. All right, so you've been working hard all day. Here is your dinner. So let's take some pictures. I wanted like a piece of basil or something to put on there, but I'm following the instructions to the T. All right, let's take a picture. JSM says, looks delicious. Thank you. So my truckers would like this. Let's take a picture. And again, low carb, diabetic friendly. We got good vegetables. All right. Let's take one more photo. So good. And then a little video, and then I'll take a taste for you. All right, so our final meal for the trucker series is spaghetti squash, meatballs with marinara sauce, and grated Parmesan cheese. Enjoy. All right, y'all. Mallory says, Maggie's making you. Oh, Rosie says, I'm so hungry. Hello, my first time seeing you. Hello, sweetheart. Linda says, it looks delicious. Tom says, I already had dinner, but Maggie's still making me hungry. Yes, y'all, we did the basic here per the recipe. Put your basil on there, your Italian seasoning, make your garlic toast. Let's take a little bite, all right? So you're going to eat it just like spaghetti. A hot meal made in the microwave. So I know there's etiquette, but we're just going to get in there and get some sauce. Stir that up a little bit. I probably should cut the meatball, but okay, that's pretty big. Let's cut that meatball so I don't look too homeless. So I would, absolutely. All right. Let's give this a try with some sauce. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. Mm. Y'all, the trick is good ingredients. These Publix meatballs, it says home style. They have like an Italian seasoning in the meat. And then your spaghetti squash gives you the pasta experience. We steam that in the microwave. Y'all can make this. Serve it to the kids. They would eat it. This would reheat up really nice the next day. Greedy. Mm. 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 Thank you, Geneva. Hashtag Team Greedy. Okay, truckers, I fed you breakfast. I fed you lunch. I fed you dinner. We are going to go through the snacks and we are going to sign off. All right, so I showed you guys everything that's in the cooler yesterday. I got some more stuff that you all shouted out. So I'm just going to go through. For hot meals, you know I prefer to cook for you real soup, but in a pinch, I thought some canned soups would be a good option. You could open these in the truck, put them in a bowl, microwave them. This gives you some type of a hot meal. If you have bread or anything, you can kind of just hold yourself over until you get a good meal. So I grabbed a couple of these for our truckers. What else? And all of this, I believe, came from the Dollar Tree, just giving you all ideas. Okay, yes, from the Dollar Tree. So no excuses. Y'all can get this stuff. Y'all mentioned energy drinks. I know this is whatever brand it is, but this is sugar-free. Watch out for some of the energy drinks have a lot of extra sugar that we don't need, but this one is just rip it. So if it's, you know, I'm not encouraging anyone to go past their hours of being awake, but energy drinks are an option for your cooler for our truckers. We talked about fruits. Fresh is the best. Apples, oranges, bananas. We call them hand fruit. Anything you can just eat by hand. But in a pinch, I also grab these, some mandarin oranges in the can. So if you need some fruit, I prefer it's in water. This is in light syrup, so not the best for sugar, but just giving you all some options. And we cooked with tuna yesterday. We made the tuna salad on the rice cake, but I would have these in my guy's cooler if you were a trucker, so you can have some easy protein. All right, what else do I have for you? So just more energy drinks. I tried to think of everything I could to be helpful. What else do we have? Okay, supplies. You all know when we did the lunch series with Real Bravado, we packed the lunch and I put napkins in there, the fork, the spoon, all that stuff. I'm thinking for the truckers especially, or anybody who drives who's going to be away for a longer time, make sure they have extra supplies. We talked about the paper supplies. Give him some, what is this, storage containers that have lids. You all saw that we made a whole dinner tonight in the microwave, so that way they have their food, keeps it safe, keeps it clean, and doesn't make the whole truck like smell. So I thought about having this kind of stuff for our truckers. What else? I found at the dollar store. So I showed you all the last couple times we did the camping cutlery. If you want to give your guy his meal, make sure that you put everything in there that he needs. So when he sits down, he's ready to eat. We talked about the Lysol wipes. We talked about the wet wipes, making sure they have all of that. You can get this at the dollar store. So this is real cutlery, at least it's silver, stainless steel. I don't think I got the fork, but you all can make sure that he has the utensils that he needs to eat. And I like having something like this because it's separate from the household silver. I'm a boy mom, and sometimes when the kids pack their lunch, they take my actual cutlery and it doesn't come home. But you all can buy these. That way, if they get bent or messed up, this was at the dollar store. So giving you all some options. I know someone who doesn't like to eat with plastic, so you can make sure they have what they need. All right. Also at the Dollar Tree, these little containers, you all, when we did the packing for the meals, this would be great. So for our quesadilla that we did, you could pack for him if he's just gone for the day. You could pack his sour cream, salsa, guacamole, all those little condiments, anything like that. The Parmesan cheese that he could sprinkle on your pasta because you want it fresh when you're about to eat. So you can get these at the Dollar Tree, these little reusable containers. And then I also showed you all last time the disposable ones that were like the little Jello shot cups, also available. Aluminum foil, you can get it on the roll, but also at the Dollar Tree, they have the pop-up sheets. So it's already torn, one less thing to do. They can wrap up, if they only used half of the squash, they can wrap up the other one, keep it warm and keep it out of the way, or sandwiches or whatnot. So all the supplies that I could think of. Also little containers for snacks, for gum, for candy, anything that you may want to portion out at home. And then for snacks, just a few more. Banana chips, I know fresh is best. Some jerky, we talked about that, giving them extra protein. So our truckers have what they need. If you have a trucker with a sweet tooth, you could get a little candy. There are some sugar-free options, you know, don't overdo it, but a little sweet treat, not bad. And then our last bag. Popcorn we talked about yesterday, some dried fruit, some like trail mix. These are good snacks that were in that guide. Peanut butter, you could get peanut butter to put on any of your bread or crackers. And then some energy blend, nuts, spicy nuts, and banana flavored walnuts. So I just did a little raid of the Dollar Tree. Okay, Instacart did, but just wanted to show you all that we can send our truckers out with a happy, wholesome meal, snacks, beverages, all the supplies that they need to eat well, to stay nourished and be loved on the road. They work so hard for us, so I want to make sure that I'm working hard for them. Apple dessert, yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. I did wonderful. All right. So we are going to close out. So Jessica, I cannot thank you enough for sponsoring this stream. She provided the ingredients here and she wanted me to come up with some ideas for the truckers. We are ending our trucker series on the go. What would you like to close out with?
Well, I thank you all for bearing with me doing my shyness and all of this. I thank Maggie for accepting my sponsor for yesterday and today. And I wish you all, the truckers on the road, safe travels to and from your destination. And thank you all so much.
Absolutely. It was my absolute honor. Y'all know when I started my channel over a year ago, I cook what I like. But you all have challenged me to think outside of the box and come up
Yeah.
with things. We did the cooler yesterday, so you see it behind me, but make sure that your truckers are well taken care of. Hopefully this was helpful, gave you all some ideas. The recipes that I used are in the description. You all know where to find me: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Twitter. And you can find JSM Business Academy as well. If you're thinking about getting into trucking, if you want to alleviate some of the administrative burden, Jessica is here to answer your questions. Yes, Dollar Tree has some great snacks. IG is $97.92. Okay, so closing out with our commercial. Course, link is in the description if you want to know how I got monetized and how I'm growing. Cookbook also there. You can preview the course for free. I've gotten great feedback that it's excellent for beginners. Thank you all for the support. Thank you every super chat. I do not take it for granted. You can look at the cookbook. Link is also in the description. $5 code. It's an ebook. You can download it and have immediate access. And it's also got a video of me making it in addition to the recipe. Hannah's Heart says, thank you, Jessica. Safe traveling mercies to you and all the truckers. Thank you for what y'all do. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. And in the community, if you all want to join the Maggie memberships, thank you for being a member. Thank you for joining my Patreon tonight at 8 p.m. You can join us over on the Wives Club. If you're interested in relationship conversations, we will see you all over there. I'm going to go ahead and dismiss TikTok. Thank you so much for being here. Class is dismissed. And then I'm going to go ahead and dismiss IG. Anybody who's watching IG, if you're not following, please help me grow to my 10K. I'm almost there and we'll have a double celebration. Y'all stay tuned and turn on your notifications. Class is dismissed. And then Facebook and YouTube. Yes, I will see you all very shortly on my other channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. Class is dismissed. All right, Jess.